Hello, hello, everybody. We're back once again with some Final Fantasy VII hard mode grind that turned into a platinum grind that turned into just some homies hanging out. So we're going to be hanging out today. I think last time we left off, we left it at a part where Rufus, not Rufus, Rufus is the thumbnail. But we left it at a part where we needed to get Tifa's dress. We needed to get Aerith's dress. So let's just take a quick look at the play log. So I think this is right. So Coliseum Challenge. Whoa. Don't drink water and talk. Okay, we got to get the manuscripts. Got to get the enemy skills. Got to get some weapon abilities learned. Got to get enemies assessed 50 down. Man, it's so funny how the let's just play for fun to beat Weiss turns into freaking grind mode. So we're going to progress through this at a normal pace. Different monitor. So checking out its abilities here. Not sure what it looks like on the stream, but it should look pretty crisp. If you missed it, we did a huge live stream. First live stream on my channel, Funky Film Reviews. We talked about a lot of things. Essentially me just ranting about what I want to see in the game moving forward. But also discussed a whole bunch of different topics. Had a whole bunch of input from the community, talking about things that they would like to see, talking about things that I would like to see, talking about interpretations of different events. I'm completely open to the story not going the way that I want it to go. Quote, not want it to go the way I want it to go. Going in any direction. Ideally, I would want to see a Sephiroth redemption arc. The reason why, because to me, Sephiroth was always a hero until the Nibelheim scene, when he gets Jenova manipulated. And I know people like to discuss, well, Sephiroth's a bad guy. Why would you want him to get redeemed? Because my analysis of the character isn't that he is a bad guy. From young Sephiroth, I think what they tried to show us through including additional parts of the compilation is to show us that he actually is a caring, loving boy who is a child soldier, who's never had to deal with his emotions properly, who's never really had friends, had loved ones, had people care out, look out for him. So I think that's a big aspect that we overlook in Sephiroth's overall character. I would change my opinion, of course, if I do see Sephiroth and some sort of Jenova head scene in part 3 that shows that the Jenova head and Sephiroth have merged into one being. Or if they showed something with Dr. Lucrezia Crescent and Sephiroth seeing her in the live stream or seeing her at the crystal behind the waterfall and him kind of saying, "You're not my mother." Something like that. I'd be like, oh, okay, he's too far gone. He's never coming back. Then I'd be like, yeah, he's a bad guy. Which I don't think is what they're trying to build up with all the build up with Ever Crisis First Soldier. And the reason why I call it Ever Crisis all the time is because to me, First Soldier is actually the battle royale game. It's not Sephiroth's First Soldier with Angeal and Glenn and all those guys. If you did miss the live stream, we tackled a big scene, a big discussion about Glenn, why a lot of people are missing his importance to the story, why a lot of people are missing the importance of Glenn, Viceroy Saruf, the SRC, Rufus Shinra, and the agreement that Rufus Shinra made while he was partnered with Glenn as a shadow member of the SRC in making a deal with President Shinra, which eventually was going to lead to him being overthrown. But I talk about the Magnus Materia, I talk about the overall theories about the Magnus Materia and how they've changed it from the huge materia from the original game. They've changed some of the locations. They've added the fact that the huge materia are essentially the weapons kind of merged together. And I kind of bridge the gap between why the Nibelheim incident and the war with Wutai and the agreement that Rufus had with Glenn creates a major problem for the Wutaians and for people in that area of the world. because with Rufus and Glenn, well, when Rufus was working for the SRC, partnered with Glenn, or maybe not for, let's just say working in alliance with Glenn, it was to overthrow his father as the leader of Shinra, which is pretty much Rufus's entire story in Before Crisis. He's completely trying to sabotage his dad at every corner. He sends information to Avalanche to have his father assassinated. In Junon, when his dad's going to make a public statement to the people. He also, Rocket Town. We learn about Rocket Town through Final Fantasy VII Original, right? We learn that, oh, Rocket Town, something went wrong. It was just Shira who realized that one of the oxygen tanks or whatever of the tanks didn't work properly. But that's not actually what happened. Oh, what's going on, Nick? What's poppin', brother? Yo, I'm sorry, the stream went way too long the other night to get into the Star Wars stuff, bro. I had to do a video reaction to Steed's video, which I thought he put a lot of effort and a lot of thought into that. And I love seeing anybody who's kind of thinking about their ideas and not just kind of, I don't know, just dummy stuff. Yo, what's going on, Pat? How you doing, bro? Don't be at work, bro. I'm not. Remember the only rule, bro. No, if you get in trouble at work, bro, don't blame it on me. Blame it on the rain. Yeah. But anyways, glad to see you guys here. Glad to have the homies back in the hard mode grind. And I appreciate you guys being here wholeheartedly. And going back to like Steed's video, so I just hit quit time. Awesome. So going back to Steve's video, like I appreciate anybody in the fandom that actually is for open conversations. A lot of times, kind of like a lot of the Final Fantasy VII fandom gets like overtaken by these like lefties, and Steve always says it's not a political thing. It's like, yeah, it is. Some people are open to talking for you to challenge their beliefs, and other people are not open for you to challenge their beliefs, even if it's a true statement or concrete statement. So I'm happy at least that Steve is open-minded. So a lot of people that even dropped into his chat, because I was hearing them read out. So I was trying to see the live chat. I was like, yo, how many people are in here? But I guess he had it turned off for the time being, is what he was saying, or didn't turn it on, or whatever the case may be. And some of the names I recognize from like arguments that I got into on Twitter. And I was like, man, if these guys, if they found out Fungi Film Reviews is Journey Across the Internet on Twitter, they would be like, bro, I'm never watching any of this guy's stream. This guy's crazy. So I don't mind it. I like being a crazy, outlandish guy who's actually thinking about things. And all that to say, I really appreciate what the biggest part that I appreciate from Steve's video was he was talking about how maybe we're over-analyzing the idea of Ore and Watashi, Sephiroth, over at the Edge of Creation. And he brings up multiple times in the, obviously go check out his video, but he brings up multiple times how throughout the game they're used kind of in Rebirth, they're used kind of interchangeably, which takes away a lot of, that's a major thing, because it takes away a lot of the impact of the Edge of Creation Sephiroth being the pre-Nibelheim manipulated Sephiroth. He kind of theorizes a little bit that, oh, maybe there's two Sephiroths. And I'm not sure which avenue I fall on that. I don't really think I even really have to take an opinion. I'm curious to see where he goes with the idea. Because I think the idea, if it's thought out and it's presented properly, it definitely leaves the room for exactly what we're looking to do, right? It leaves the room for us to think and us to craft and us to try to understand what Square Enix is truly hiding from us, which is that Jenova's the big bad. Come to Fungi Film Reviews to get the best intellectual everything. That's really what Square Enix is trying to tell everybody. And that's why they shadow banned my channel, so the whole populace don't get the truth. I super chatted about you to one of those big FFVII channels when they were live, and they completely skipped my super chat. Oh wow, hater. Hater's gonna hate. Yeah. Oh, I appreciate that though, man. If you're spending hard-earned money, Nick, on stuff that I'm talking about, I kind of ran, to be honest, I ran my channel through ChatGPT to kind of see like what the hell's going on. Like, I think that I'm making top quality stuff over here. But it kind of said that, oh, you got to have more punchy thumbnails, and because you talk about philosophy and you look at deep lore to get most of the fans, you got to do like, I don't know, you got to do like funky stuff. And I'm just like, I'm already ridiculous alone on the live streams, bro. I'm not trying to make freaking clickbait stuff. But I might have to kind of fine-tune some of the titles of the video. So I apologize in advance to the loyalists who are here, those of the Republic, that we might have to do some more recruiting to get these ideas out there to make them mainstream. Nah, they'll never be mainstream, let's be honest. But yeah, and I think it's exactly, Pat. That's kind of what I'm doing. But there is obviously a part, like, to be completely honest, there's a part that's like, is my stuff like, are my ideas that trash that people are just like, nah, we're not interested? And it's not to say I don't appreciate everybody that's here. So I'm not trying to say like, you guys aren't good enough, I gotta go get new friends. Nah, we got the homies, we got the OGs, but we got to try to build some bridges, try to see where we can connect. Because even me and Steve, we started off kind of like a little bit apprehensive on Twitter, going back and forth, and then after kind of I'm very abrasive, right? I'm very I'm very in your face kind of guy, but I come from a very competitive basketball. Like, I'm not, I was a closet nerd for the longest time. Closet freaking Lord of the Rings guy, waiting for Aragorn to come back and just yelling, "You shall not pass," in my bedroom but at school, you know, acting like the cool guy. So, that's kind of been the overall thing. And I think a lot of times, there's different kind of people in different kind of fandoms, right? And I think that because I come off as like the know-it-all jock guy, they're like, ugh, gross. But like, I can't really change at the end of the day, like, who I am. I could try to manipulate the algo, exactly, right? Yeah, you should have way more subs. I like your content more than some of the bigger FF7 channels. Oh man, you guys are too kind, man. Coach me, we were the same high school. Yeah, exactly, right? So it's like, and even like Universe and all that stuff, right? It's not even really to toot my own horn and all that stuff, but it's just like different. It's different strokes for different folks. And the one thing that I think people don't really understand is that when I'm rebuttaling some of their ideas, it's not to shut it down. It's really to say, well, dig deeper. Like, what do you really think? And when they stop at, well, that's what the game is. It's like, to be honest, I don't got fucking time for that shit. Well, that's what the game is. It's like, what the fuck? So it's like that. I'll just go brain dead freaking thinking about that stuff. So. But anyways, I think we're trying, guys. I think we're honestly still trying to get the final dresses for Aerith and for Tifa. I think when I last played, because I woke up in the bedroom here at the hotel, and I was Jesse was outside the door. So I'm guessing last time I played, I should have probably watched the last 10 minutes of the stream, but I'm guessing last time I played, I did the sporty whatever dress thing conversation with Tifa, and now we're kind of moving over to go to Aerith, get her 5 quests done, so we get the second level dress. Well, at the same time, we'll get Tifa's dress, and then we'll have to freaking Madhouse, so I'll put the cheats on just for that. And then after, we'll kind of grind, because from the train yard is where we actually are at, but just to put you guys through all that stuff again of me struggling against the Hell House is not something I want to put you guys through again. So we'll put the cheats on up until the train yard, and once we get to the train yard, we'll kind of start battling. So I do want to beat it like a OG gangster. I don't want to freaking just run through it like when you play Sims and you put in Club Hostess to get unlimited money and you just build mansions. It takes the fun away from the game, right? So, okay, we used AI for our channel in the month of January and gained 4,000. Oh, wow. Dude, that's amazing. But I love your stuff, Nick. I love your guys' stuff. And speaking of Nick, guys, if you guys are into Star Wars, all that, well, it's more than, that's the thing. Like, are you guys gonna pivot back to Star Wars if Mando and Grogu's good? So I know you guys cover a lot of new stuff now too, and you guys cover a little bit of social stuff, like what's going on in kind of the universe, really, the world, the universe, the world, different movies, different games, all that kind of stuff. I just like you guys just chatting. Like, I think you guys got a great freaking, I think you guys got a great camaraderie, man. It's like if you guys were best friends since you guys grew up. Like, did you guys go to high school together? Like, he was the quarterback or you were the quarterback and you were the receiver or whatever. Like, you guys have a dope connection. Or he was the point guard, you were the center, throwing you up alley-oops. I like your theories and ideas, especially the theory behind who opened the reactor door. Keep up the good work. Don't give up, bro. Oh, man, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot, man. Yeah, like, see, even something as simple as, I really, really appreciate that. Even something like as simple as that, it's like most people are like, well, who cares? Who cares who opened the door? And for me, it's like, well, what if it was Jenova? Which for me, it for sure was, just to be clear. I know a lot of people say that it was Hojo, or President Shinra, because President Shinra did agree to send them there. That's confirmed in Before Crisis, just saying. But for me, it's like when Sephiroth goes, "Mother, open the door," then Tifa attacks him with the sword, and then you see the door open over his shoulder. I'm like, bro, that's like top tier cinematicisms right there. And yeah, I'm like, it's obviously Jenova. And the thing is that I have a few things I want to talk about today. So I'm not sure, like, should I guess I'll start the friggin' mission. So I'm not sure I can fast forward until I beat the next chapter, or if I have to play through the next chapter. Nick, if you could maybe answer this if you're still watching right now. Can I skip, if I did the Tifa stuff, can I skip already to chapter 8 and do the Aerith quest stuff, and then after not lose my decision? Or do I have to complete this chapter to keep my decision for Tifa's dress? I beat the game last time I was on to reset it. So I think I should be good to fast forward chapters to Aerith's, but I just don't want to do it and kind of have screw it all up and then have to come back here and fight whatever and do all that playthrough stuff. But I think I should be good. But yeah, there's a few things I want to talk about today, guys. There's I heard in a video, I won't say from who, and these guys, we're going hot controversial. So just just buckle up, get a snack. You know, if you're at work. Dang, okay, yeah, okay. Okay, all right, let's just do this then. I can skip the most of the race though, right? I can skip that like a minigame.
You all set?
I'm ready, baby. Let's go. Why she look like a ginger right here? Is she a ginger? I thought she was a brunette. Yes, yes, yeah. Amazing, dude. That's the goal. The goal is just like I just want to put a maybe, like that we're not so sure. And yeah, like for me, it's like when you think about Sephiroth. Oh man, I pressed no.
All the time, but seriously, get your ass in
when
here.
You think about Sephiroth.
You all set?
And for those who haven't kind of heard my overall theory about Sephiroth, I kind of said it in the intro to all this, but Sephiroth's a complex dude, man. And I think that if you just use OG, yes, you can say, okay, villain, whatever, maybe, whatever, bad dude, did bad things, all that stuff, right? But I think there's so much poetry between Cloud and Sephiroth in terms of the lonely kid who had no friends, who got manipulated, who had mental struggles, who struggled with who they are, who needed friends around them to really uplift him. I'm like, yo, they're really the same guy. Like when I see Sephiroth at Nibelheim, burn down, whatever, Jenova manipulation, and then I see Cloud, like, because this is the thing, right? In Rebirth, remember when we're in the Gungaga reactor, we assume Sephiroth's stance, right? When those Shinra troops kind of surround it. I wish I had my freaking video. I'd be like, switch over, put the video on. I need to get a capture card so I could just show my face and just throw a clip on real quick while I'm talking about this. But I guess we'll go to this thing. But if you remember, the Shinra troopers that surround him, and Sephiroth grabs, Cloud does the Masamune stance, puts a sword over his head, kind of in the Sephiroth Masamune stance, right? And when I started thinking about that the other night, because, man, Final Fantasy VII is always in my brain. It's either Final Fantasy VII or trading, or how can I study more and read more philosophy and read my Bible. That's really like my life. And all the freaking girlfriend just get mad and like, why aren't you texting me? Why? I'm like, man, I got my Bible. I got my Final Fantasy VII. Like, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. And my trading journey. So, but I was starting to think this, like, did Masamune, the guy who built this, whatever, hammered the sword, we know it was infused by Jenova. We know that Jenova manipulated that guy. Obviously, he's able to live hundreds of years. Makes no sense that he would even be alive. So, did he also have that Masamune stance, or is the sword, or is it, like, I'm trying to figure out, like, was that passed down to Sephiroth? and then that passed down to Cloud? Or are we supposed to interpret that when he took the Mazamune stance that, oh, this is Sephiroth manipulating him? Because I think initially that's kind of, I was like, oh man, he's going in Sephiroth kill mode right now. When he freaking impales the soldier in Gunga, I'm like, yo, this is kind of crazy. And the blood splash like on his face is like, yo, this is not, Cloud is gone. This is not OG Cloud at all. Just mowing people down. And it started to make me think like, well, who actually did this stance first? Like, who actually?
They changed the times.
Who's responsible? I know we say Sephiroth. Like, if you just use OG, you know Sephiroth does that stance. But when you watch EverChrist and you see him take it after the Mazamune extends itself, it's like, okay.
You've been acting weird.
And I'm not sure the Mazamune guy, when they're about to fight, if he takes that stance, because then to me it's like, oh, this is a Jenova.
All right, I'll give
This
you
is a
that.
Jenova
But
thing.
how did you know I wanted to head topside?
And I know, guys, it's a
Was I
little
talking
bit of
in
a
my
stretch.
sleep?
It's a little
What else
bit
did I
of
say?
a stretch.
No, we just figured
But
you wanted to see your parents.
I'm like,
that's
okay,
all.
this is clearly
Nailed it,
Cloud
huh?
being manipulated.
Yep, right on the head.
Clearly Sephiroth
So,
being manipulated.
seeing as we don't have any family,
How many other people are being manipulated? And if you guys have not seen the end of my stream the other night, it's like a 7-hour stream. It's super long. It's everywhere, really. Like, I wish I could say I could focus on one topic, but ADHD kicks in and someone says something in the chat. And I'm just like, oh, let's talk about that. Oh, let's talk about this. And I talked about the Queen's Blood theory near the end. And I might have gotten one person to be like, oh, maybe. And I'm like, yes. Because the Ladrell Balmont scene at the this is like why I kind of do this stuff, man. Because, oh, one sec. It was crazy. I never played Ever Crisis. I feel cheated, honestly, out of seeing Young Zephyr other AAA games. Shaking my head. It's something I've always wanted to see. Yeah, it's even if you've never played it, there's a guy called Faz on YouTube, FAZ, or FAZ space FAZ, and or Z, however you say it. And he pretty much uploads every single clip of that game. And you can go on his channel and watch essentially the whole cutscenes only or the full playthrough without kind of the boss fights and whatever. So you'll get all the dialogue, all the cutscenes. And it's a little cumbersome. And it's obviously not as fun as if you were playing it. But super awesome of him to kind of do that for the community. Or he has a whole bunch of other games that he plays, Naruto, Jujutsu Kaisen, and some other games I never really heard of. So he must be a big mobile gamer, which I'm not. But excuse me, he's really been like a huge part of me being able to get a lot of the footage, because I gave up on when I found out that you need certain roles to get certain weapons and you need to get the crystals. I was like, bro, I'm just playing this to see Zach. Like, where's Angel? Like, that was my first intent. I was like, when are we getting Crisis Core? When can I play with Angel? So yeah, that was my excuse me. That was kind of my overall view of all. I'm gonna skip this. I'm gonna skip the spider check by Roche. That was my overall view of all of that.
Had enough? Don't be absurd. As if
But
I could
what was I
ever
saying
grow
just
tired
before
of
that?
your company. Naughty, naughty.
Oh man, I was saying something
Until
before.
one
That's
of our
okay.
flames is
But even on your topic there, Hylian Archive. Is it Hylian Archives or Hyliana or Hylian Archives or Archive? Oh, français, francophone. Are you French or Spanish? Archives. No idea. Just let me know if I'm saying your name wrong or what you want to go by, because I don't want to disrespect, to be honest. But yeah, my big thing, just to go to your last comment about Sephiroth being manipulated by Jenova and all, and your favorite villain over Darth Vader. Yeah, I would agree. And I think that they actually have a lot of similarities. Like, I used to have a Star Wars channel. That's how me and Nick kind of met. That's what I meant to also say. Like, guys, if you're into Star Wars, Nick's channel, you got to go check it out. Him and Coach, a lot of big talks, a lot of cool stuff they talk about, and big Star Wars guys. And I was saying, Nick, are you guys going to pivot back, if you like Mando and Grogu, to do more exclusive Star Wars stuff? So I know that you guys were going out to the events, doing interviews, all that stuff, meeting some of the cast. Like you mentioned last time, you met Gina Carano in, I think, Tennessee. And Hylian, it's from Zelda. Oh, like Hylian. Okay. From Zelda. I thought Zelda, when you said when I read your name, I thought I was like, isn't it Hyrule Castle? Hyrule Castle? But it's not. It's not the same. It's not the same. I'm an old school Zelda dude. Like only time I played Zelda was on Super Nintendo because my babysitter used to have it and her husband used to have it. And I was like, what are you playing? I want to play. And then when I got an N64, Zelda Ocarina of Time, freaking goated game.
Never extinguished.
And then I played Majora's Mask, but like that, even that I had to wait like 2 years. I had to save up money from my newspaper to get a freaking, what's that little red expansion pack you used to have to put in the front of your N64? Like, yeah, it was a struggle. But gaming, if you're a gamer, you find a way to make it work. Oh man, I did not skip the whole fight.
You failed the test.
What test?
Driving.
I'm great at driving.
I don't know how to skip the whole fight. I just want to skip his chat. But yeah, the whole thing about Darth Vader, like it's hard not to love Darth Vader, especially if you've seen the originals. Like, I don't want to really talk too much about Obi-Wan series and all that stuff that they kind of... Disney, hopefully they're on the better path now. The new trailer that I saw with Mando and Grogu.
The residential
Huge fan.
areas just
Oh, that's what I was
beyond
saying.
this
I used to have a Star
Mind doing
Wars.
the honors?
Me too. ICCC, Nashville this June, but we are not holding our breath for Mando. Oh, really? Dude, come on. You need to uplift that spirit, bro. Come on. We got to believe in Zeb. That's the best guy. More than anything Disney Star Wars. Yeah, exactly. But, yeah, it's tough, right? Because with Dave, we'll have to see what Dave does, right? But the thing, too, is that, like, if you already have a couple projects in production over the last couple of years that are all being released, it's like, how much can Dave really change him? It's like, we're only really going to see Dave's influence in, like, 2 years, once everything has been kind of fleshed out, or even who knows how many years that they have plans for, because they plan all these things, like, years in advance, right? But, dude, I'm just going to say, when I saw Zeb in the Mandalorian trailer, when I saw him in... was it in Obi-Wan where he shows up as a ranger?
While their reactors were slowly
I was like,
killing the
hell
planet,
yeah, dude.
we were living.
No, it might have been Mandalorian, actually. Like final cutscene at the end of Mandalorian. Like the last season. But when I saw him in the trailer, I was like, this is sick. And then the latest trailer, I was like, man, I like this a lot. And I think that they're going to find... I've been hearing a lot of Star Wars... I watch a lot of Star Wars theory stuff, to be honest, man. And he's Canadian, too. So, like, I like to support his channel. And he talks a lot about comics and what's happening in the games and the books and whatever. And like, a lot... Have you guys seen a lot of the new... Nick, have you seen a lot of the new AI stuff? The AI, like, battles? I was like, yo, man. The Sea-Dance stuff. Sea-Dance 2.0. It's almost like, man... They're going to take all this...
Her Midgar special.
She's quite the cook.
Yeah.
Quick to whip up finger-licking food, even if you drop by in the
Okay,
dead
it was a Ahsoka season. Yeah, it was. Because that's when, yeah, that makes sense. Because that's when you would have saw Sabine and you would have saw Ezra and you would have saw, yeah, that makes perfect sense. And I think even Chopper and...
Okay, let's head in.
Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting Hera. Is it Hera? Yeah, it's Hera.
Why don't you wait around the corner over there?
Like, I love, like, those characters, man. Those characters are very well written. They have, like, very good arcs. Oh, dude, that'd be insane.
With your help, we won't need luck.
Yeah, I saw you guys covering some of the AI videos. Right? Excuse me, one second.
I need you to rob my house. Think you can do that for me?
Wow. Stay healthy out there, everybody.
Go.
So yeah, so I love, like, and the things is just like, I don't know, it's hard. It's like, I understand what they're trying to do with the whole Mandalorian stuff, but it's like once they took the mask off Din Djarin, Pedro Pascal's character, the Mando character, it's like a Mandalorian never takes off his helmet, and now his helmet's always kind of off. But I don't know. In Attack of the Clones, a lot of the characters don't wear their helmets, but I know they're not. They're the Mandalorians who live on the moon, who've been banished, and all that other stuff.
The room on the right. That's where you'll find it.
Yeah, I'm hopeful, dude. And it's like, but I get 100% you get your feeling, because like that's how I felt with like Call of Duty, right? Call of Duty I've been playing since, man, I dropped out of high school playing Call of Duty. I wasn't getting enough basketball offers. So after our last playoff game in grade 12, I was just like, man, I'm not going back to school.
We'll be chatting Mom up in the
And
kitchen, so don't
obviously I
even
ended
bother
up
being quiet.
going back
There's
to finish
no way
up
she'll
and
ever
go to
hear you.
university and play basketball. I ended up getting the offers that I wanted. Played on one of the best teams ever from my city.
Dad'll be in there,
Likely
but
the
it's
best
okay.
team ever. 46-1. Let's go. St. Matthews Tigers. Woo! but that's how I feel with Call of Duty, man. I haven't played Call of Duty since 2007.
ID card.
But I haven't bought the game. I haven't purchased the game in like the last 4 or 5 years.
But I honestly don't think I'm up to it.
And it's like, and to be honest, man, it's the only way to. Oh yeah, you told me to. Okay, I'm gonna write that down right now. Download Battlefield. I might have some time tomorrow if you're on Battlefield 6. I have to do a lot of because I'm gonna be doing some Final Fantasy. I'm gonna record. Stutter. I'm going to be recording some Final Fantasy VII videos tomorrow after lunch, and I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about that as well. And your gamer tag is Dagobah 1980. What is it again? Dagobah.
Eat as much as you like.
Drop it again. I'll write it down this time. I'll write it down right now. Actually, no, it's okay. Actually, I think I took a screen. No, it's all good. I have it in my photos. I'll just go on my PS5's been storage, whatever. So I have it. Okay, yeah, nice. Okay, I'll write it down. Okay.
Now this is what I've been waiting for.
1979. Okay, awesome. Okay, dope. I'll add you right after the stream, and then after we can link. But man, I haven't played shit like that. The only thing, dude, is that I get addicted, man. That's why I like.
What's this?
Like Final Fantasy VII is chill because like you can kind of like play, rest, pick where you saved up. But like, man,
Dear
Call of Duty, bro,
Mom
I would
and
play
Dad.
like
Sorry for not getting in
12
touch
hours
sooner,
straight.
but
Wake up, play,
I'm working at the
have
Gold
a beer,
play
play
as
some
an
more,
actress now.
shower, get
It
some food,
wasn't easy.
eat it in the
And
basement,
I had a lot
play
of
some
help from
more.
people along the way.
Like the grind was,
But I
especially my
managed to
boys are
land
very,
a
very
starring
good.
role.
And we used to play a
And
lot of
closed our
1v1s. You
Jesse
almost started,
Raspberry as princess.
you almost started doing like wager battles. Oh, this is actually Jesse with a wrench.
You've still got room, Wedge?
Wow, her dad looks so different.
Jesse.
As the princess. Does the princess wear a red dress in Rebirth? Alright, did I get the thing yet?
Damn,
I got it, right?
you had a good growing up.
No, I
My
didn't get
dad,
it.
he was a maintenance supervisor at the reactor.
Criminal.
Thanks.
But yeah, so there's a few things I want to kind of let you guys know. So, because I talk about Before Crisis a lot, I'm actually going to kind of, excuse me, wow, my throat is dead.
You're done here.
I'm going to be, oh, I can't read this? Can't read this Shinra? Can hack this computer? What DVD? Yo, bro, whose DVD is that big, bro? It's wild. It doesn't even have a DVD player.
Now that is a
Or whatever, CD player. He doesn't even have a freaking... he has a monitor, but no, and a keyboard. Is it all in one? Oh, it's a MacBook. I get it. It's a Mac iMac. I get it. I get
Come
it.
on.
I get it.
There's no time for this.
Bro, Cloud, stop being a hater, bro. Go through her stuff. Be a creeper. But yeah, so things on the menu that are going to be upcoming. I want to record the actual Magnus Materia video instead of just the live stream stuff. I also want to drop a video on Rufus and Glenn. I also want to drop a video on the allegory or parable, however you kind of want. It's more of an allegory than a parable, to be honest, of Queen's Blood. Because what nobody's ever talking about, if you go watch, that's what I was talking about. If you go watch the ending of my last stream, or my only stream, where I went live, near the end of the game, of the stream, I talk about the Queen's Blood theory, and I tell you mostly like 5 major points that I want to discuss that shows that it's an allegory to the actual game. The manipulation by Jenova, the purple smoke, the fact that the person's Ladrell Beaumont's upset about opening the door. I should never open the door. She's commanding me. She's controlling me. And then there's a part where he says, she's an abomination. She's and then there's no word. And you can hear if you slow down the audio. This is why I tell you guys, if you come here, you'll get the ultimate best stuff. Because nobody else is doing this. Let's be honest. Nobody else is doing this. Sorry to yell. But when Ladrell Beaumont is under Jenova's control in the flashback or whatever vision scene that we're seeing with him, he says it's then you hear the word abomination. And the thing is that if you look at the Crisis Core script, there's only the word abomination twice. Once when Sephiroth is in the Hollander lab, and Zack's like copies when he sees the Jenova copy or the Angio copy, and Sephiroth goes, "It's an abomination," or he goes, "Abominations." And then the second time is when you're with Zack at the Nibelheim reactor, and he looks into the Mako tank, and he sees the kind of beast thing, right? And Sephiroth goes, "Abominations." So they used Sephiroth's voice and they skewed it to then show that Ladrell Beaumont is calling Jenova an abomination, but with the same word from Sephiroth, which obviously leads me to believe, is this the real Sephiroth's true feelings about it?
Yeah.
Or not, you know what I mean? So that's something that a lot of people haven't picked up on yet. That I'm like, yo, y'all see, all these people say they're Final Fantasy VII fans, but they're just normies. You gotta be a real gangster. No, I'm joking. I'm just addicted. And I talk about some other things like, why is there a Jenova clone in the Vision? That makes absolutely no sense. There's no sense for a Jenova clone to be in the Vision. And the last thing, well, not the last thing, but I didn't talk about this, but I'm gonna let you guys know because you guys are here tuning in with your boy, holla. Is that Ladrell, if you guys remember how Cloud even gets the game Queen's Blood, right? He opens the door, he sees there's something on the door. Well, he opens the door, he looks down the stairs to his left and gets a Jenova flash and sees Sephiroth, right? Which we know now is a vision of Jenova manipulating Broaden's cells to show the Sephiroth copy through Broaden. Well, I don't know if you know that, but now, at least now you know that. And what happens after that is when Cloud gets that letter in Rebirth at the inn, he thinks it's from Broaden, but it's not from Broaden. It's from Jenova Broaden, who dropped off the letter and the package, and he says, "I hope you got my package," showing that he was actually controlling what was going on. And then when you see the Jenova copy clone in the sorry guys, I gotta put the controller down. When you see the Jenova when you see the Jenova clone in the visions, it's like a direct parallel. I shouldn't have opened the door. I'm controlling this. How do I get free? How can I break free? The Emerald Witch, Jenova used to be okay. Let's slow down, guys. Let's slow down, okay? Let's play some of the game, but also let's talk a little bit. Okay?
Right before opening night.
So I just don't want there to be a part where these guys are dialogue and I have to talk over them. Okay, yeah, bro, I get it. Yeah.
Mako storage. Lay there half a day before someone found him.
Okay, I guess I gotta pause. I'm sorry, man, but I feel like I'm halting the playthrough, just chatting. What's better? Do you guys prefer if there's dialogue going on while I'm talking, or does it matter? Is the sound like overpowering them? Because I don't want to have to like, yeah. Dude, like yo. Let me go back up. I don't want to say it wrong. Hylian. When I saw Gact in the studio on the social media, I was like, bro, we're not ready for the new poetry. We're not ready for the new poetry. Because we need Genesis, and I was talking about this in subtext. I never really go in subtext. I never really, I watch some of his videos. I'm not subscribed, but we just like, that's kind of like an area where we kind of defer a little bit, a lot. So it's kind of hard. It's like, I don't want to be in here kind of like talking and he's saying things and I want to be like, just like, you know, like, I don't want to just like attack someone's like stream, like stream snipe.
He's got a theory about
it. And
thinks her dad's spirit is.
But I want to see kind of what he was saying because he was playing Crisis Core, and I'm like, bro, let me see what he's saying about my boy Zach. So I can't handle no NGO slander, so I had to go a step in for my boy. What a chance you think we get Minerva and NGO in Genesis in Part 3?
How you feel.
Very little, to be honest. I think there's a high chance for NGO. This is what I think. Okay, it's very difficult to develop a character that everybody's not like, who the hell is this? It's kind of like when I played FF9, right? You know, FF9, you beat the boss, and then some random big boss shows up, and they're like, who the hell was this guy? Oh, I've been pulling the strings this whole time. It's like, what the hell? Like, you kind of do that if you throw characters in too quickly, which is why I always said the game is not coming out this year. Like, a lot of people, 2026, we're so excited. I'm like, bro, that's 2027, man. That's not coming out this year. They didn't set up the marketing properly. They still need to develop some things in First Soldier. People have a lot of questions, right? And I think that if you want to introduce Genesis, Minerva, some of that stuff, you have to put it in, unfortunately, you have to put it into Ever Crisis first, so people could get like a little taste of it. So when they play Part 3 and Part 4, they're like, oh yeah, I remember this guy. Oh yeah, I remember this guy. And they kind of get an overall vibe of like, not nostalgia, but let's say recollection, for a lack of a better term, of that stuff, right? I want to know what Weiss and Deep Ground did with Genesis. Oh, they froze him up, man. We already know what they did with Genesis. They froze him. Well, Genesis kind of, when he received the gifts, because the whole thing about Genesis, right? Like, people think that Genesis, well, I guess you can determine, is he a good guy, is he a bad guy, whatever. Killed his parents. So for me, like, he's a way worse guy than Sephiroth, right? I went to my parents and I killed them, and it's like, whoa, you're insane, dude. So when I think about a guy like Genesis, who kind of went like, I don't know. Okay. Also, guys, man, see, you just reminded me of something. Yo, Nick, you just reminded me of something else. I've been seeing some Dear Destiny leaks. Let me know let me throw this up, because I'm gonna drop my girl's in Japan right now, and she's gonna be getting me a copy of Dear Destiny. So once I get it back from her, obviously I'm gonna scan it, translate it, read it, and be dropping that knowledge. But I've been seeing some leaks. I don't want to be a spoiler guy, but y'all need to go watch my cellular degradation videos, because I told you guys nobody talks about cellular degradation, and I said it from the jump. This is a major part of Final Fantasy VII, because Final Fantasy VII is a continuation of Crisis Core, and the main storyline of Crisis Core is cellular degradation. But everybody's like, no, that's a red herring. No, but that's not a red herring. The whole story is cellular degradation. President Shinran Remake mentions cellular degradation. In Final Fantasy VII OG, it's not mentioned once. In freaking remakes, it's talked about like 5 times. Clearly showing they're trying to merge that story in. Merge the timelines, bro. Merge the timelines. Know what I'm talking about? Merging the timelines, man. Come on, guys. Okay, back to what I was trying to say about Genesis for Hylian. I think that a new trilogy, I think they could go so many different ways. I think that if they go into a new trilogy or a DLC or a series of games where, yo, dude, man, like, how many times I got to talk to this guy, bro? I got pressed triangle like 3 times.
Mako's the S is not something.
We get it, Biggs. We get it, Biggs. We get it. RIP.
Well,
serious my problem.
This guy.
Okay.
Hey, it's the lot
Man, they're
Jesse was
still
talking
chatting.
about.
Okay.
We run
So,
into here when we've got what we came for.
see, like, these guys are making me lose my train
Gotta
of thought.
stay hidden.
These guys just yapping in the background.
It's so quiet.
Just need to get past this gate.
wait. Where are the guards?
Okay, so Minerva. Let's just talk about Minerva. I'm going to tackle, Nick, what you said about Minerva. I kind of tackled a little bit what I think about Genesis, Minerva, and Jill. They have to introduce them kind of more in the First Soldier or Ever Crisis. Who knows if they're going to be adding a third part. I think there's a major plot hole that they need, it's either they're leaving themselves room to have some wiggle room to eventually in the future, if they want to kind of tackle it, they can, where you kind of see how did Sephiroth and Jill and Genesis end up being like the troublesome trio of the soldier program, right? The OG soldiers, or at least active soldiers, not passive soldiers like Glenn and his crew. but the first group of like active soldiers with Roche. Are we going to see young teenage Roche, all these guys kind of like working together, being friendly, going on missions? Because they could always just add a police, like just like Robio, right? Or not Robio, Rador. They could always just say, oh yeah, they went on a mission and Shinra just burned down the whole town because that's Shinra doing Shinra things. And could give us where we're all kind of going out on a mission, talking to each other. You could get a little bit of how young Genesis would be talking about like his poetry stuff and things he's into and stuff. Then we could get into more of like the live stream and get more clear. But that's how I think they'd have to introduce those guys first. The thing about Genesis, though, that I think has a better chance than Minerva and Geo, I think they won't let us play with him. He's like golden. I'm hoping, this is what I was hoping, okay? I was hoping that at the start of part 3, they pretty much put all of Evercrisis First Soldier into it. I think that it would be phenomenal for, like, you know how at the start of every game you do kind of like a playthrough? I think that if you did 2 chapters, you did Rador, then you did Igaro Robio, and you gave all that information in the actual game, I think that would be phenomenal. I don't think people would complain about that. Hey man, the only thing you get with doing that is you get people becoming more friendly to Sephiroth, which if they're keeping him an evil guy, if that's actually what they're developing,
no need for us to rush.
You want to spend as little time as you can with a character that is either going to betray the whole party, or that helps you feel, oh man, this asshole betrayed us. So you can kind of go 2 ways. It really depends how they write it, but I would love for the start of part 2 to be something like that, because we're not going to start snowboarding at the start of the next game, right? We're either going to go to Rocket Town, because we're supposed to go to Rocket Town before we go to the Temple of the Ancients. So we're either going to go to Rocket Town, talk to Sid, talk to Shira, and fight Palmer, all that stuff. I also don't think we go straight to Icicle Inn, but it's like, where do we go, right? Like, we're in, from what we played last time, you go from the Forgotten Village through, I don't know if you even go through Skulltown, or if that's another part when you get Kudaja. What the hell is the name? Kugaja? The friggin' horn beast. And Kujata is the damn name. And I don't think you go through, or even is that the, now I'm thinking, is that even the material you get in there when you have to like go through this forest and you have to like know the code, go straight, right, left, up, down? I'm not sure if you have to go through there to get to the Icicle Inn, or if it just kind of drops you. I'm kind of forgetting right now how that works after you drop Aerith in the water. Also, we didn't have the water burial in our game, but we're assuming that did happen, and that's why everybody's sad sitting around the area. But like, would Cloud really forget bringing Aerith's body and dropping her in the water? Like, what did they even do with that? Like you know what I mean? Like, what did they even do with that scene? We're just gonna have like Cloud,
could go a few rounds,
who all of a sudden just remembers. Oh yeah, I remember I dropped Aerith, even though I'm pretending she's right next to me and we're about to jump on the Tawny Bronco and go fly to wherever we need to go. Oh yeah, because we have the Tiny Bronco. Or they find a way to get Rufus track us down, and then they fight over the Tiny Bronco. But it's already been shot down, though. That's the thing. Like, you know, like, it's already been in the water. Like, they're going to put it in the water again. Like, I doubt that. Okay, next thing. Okay, talking about what they can do with the games, right, for DLCs. So I've seen a lot of people argue for bringing the Ever Crisis stuff to the full game, because look, they already have the cutscenes, so they'd only have to really find a way to make a Wutai Robio kind of, but it kind of looks similar, to do that in the intro, make it 2 chapters, whatever, Rador, learn all the battles. Because the thing too, you have to imagine, like, if you look at characters like Matt, Glenn, and Lucia, they have similar abilities to what we're going to be getting with the new characters, assuming we're going to be playing with Vincent. you have Lucia, who's a sniper, right? So you'd be able to get a little bit of the warm up of what it's going to feel like, the mechanics for shooting and whatever. Kind of, is it going to be third person? Is it going to be first person? How are you going to be able to switch? What are the supers going to be like? I say supers. What are the limit breaks going to be like? You kind of would get an idea about that. And Matt kind of has a half pistol, half sword, right? So then you would kind of get a vibe of like, oh, okay, maybe this is. And even if you use Glenn and his big axe, you get a kind of feel for how Sid and how his harpoon kind of thing would work, right? A little bit. That's my kind of like what I think would be cool. I've heard other people say that,
Cloud?
bro.
This way. Can you leave something at home or just need a bite?
I've heard other people kind of, oh, I wanted to switch. Oh man, I missed it.
Real lifesavers.
Remind me, there's no better way.
Oh, we get a sick flashback scene here.
Hope I've got everything I need myself. Gun, spare mags.
Let me, how do you do this again? Options. I got infinity stones.
Hey, where you going?
Bro, this is giving me a headache.
Whenever you're ready, just let us know, Cloud.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, we're all set, buddy. Let's do it.
okay, let's go over the plan one last
Okay,
time.
so I've seen people say they want the Redor, the Ever Crisis stuff. I've seen people say they want the ancient
things
stuff.
off
So
by
the
cutting
Chow
loose where
ancient
everyone can see
story.
you.
I've seen that people want like
And us?
that part as a
We're the
DLC,
backup.
which would actually be sick.
First, we climb
Like
high
it would
enough
be
to-
kind of like a like medieval, like not obviously not medieval, but it would kind of be like,
point.
you know, like how you play like what's that game with the freaking the orbs and you're a freaking Assassin's Creed? What's the game with you're an assassin? Assassin's
Then we
Creed.
go to town on him.
Where you kind of play as like a medieval dude, or even the game that came out for PS4, like called like 1892 or 1872 or whatever. Man,
Hey,
Tifa. They're in love, man. I don't
So-
care what anybody says.
What did you want to talk about?
Spoiler alert, Dear Destiny. Another spoiler alert. Somebody's in love with somebody. Confirmed once again. Not gonna talk about it, but let's just watch this scene real closely. So,
When spring comes, I'm leaving town.
I don't like that they made the voice actors, like, they should have got kid voice actors for this.
Should have figured. All the guys are leaving.
But I'm not like them.
But I'm not like them. I'm not going just to look for work.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Yuna's
be a
bae for
soldier.
sure. Yuna's got that
The
adorable,
best. Like
fun-loving, like,
The Great War hero,
all
huh?
freaking
Hmm.
break
Isn't it
a
pretty hard to
marriage
become
to
a
be
soldier?
with you. Man, that ending scene.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy X was the first Final
So I
Fantasy
won't be
I
back for
ever
a long
finished
time.
on
Guess not.
PS2. Well,
Think
ever
you'll be
really.
in the papers?
I bought that
I'll
myself,
try.
man. Worked at the video store.
Just promise me one thing. When we're
I
older,
remember when we got. I
and
remember when
you're
we
a
got Advent
famous
Children.
soldier,
I was
if
like,
I'm
oh,
ever
Advent Children
trapped
complete.
or in
Worked
trouble,
at Best Buy too.
promise you'll come and
And I was
save
like,
me.
oh man, we got this. Sick.
Huh?
That's what heroes do.
But only during the Boxing
saved
Day
you.
kind of holiday. When Boxing Day was a
Please?
thing, right before you could just
Just
order everything
once.
online now for like
Come on,
$10.
promise me.
Yeah, I agree. Tifa and Yuna are bae.
Fine. I promise.
I like Cisne though, man. To be honest, like people hate that. People hate like I'm the most freaking contra. I'm like Cisne is kind of bae too, man. To be honest, I think her and Zach got a thing going on. I think that Aerith will give him permission to move on once he is alive and she stays in the live stream. Yeah, we went there. Also, we find out about some of those letters that were sent to Zach. You know, at the end of Crisis Core, where we hear, "This is the 89th letter I've sent. This will be the last one." There's a little bit more to that story, guys. Maybe somebody meant to write more letters when they were upset, but decided to burn them because she didn't want for Zach to feel down while he was out on missions. Just saying, maybe that's a possibility, but maybe it's not. You'll find out when Dear Destiny, I make my videos.
I heard you're having second thoughts.
I know we have to think big if we're going to make a difference.
But yeah, Cisne, I think that just there's too many. Man, I keep pausing
not
this, man.
like
Like
this.
I haven't
I
even played like
just-
10 minutes through. Yeah,
I
we know
feel
Tifa.
trapped.
I told you I would come save you if you feel trapped. See how he remembers I feel trapped from a kid? Oh yeah, I wonder, oh well, Cloud is just, it's no reason. No, he loves her. His whole living is for her. I'm not here for the air slander.
That's the signal.
Because my boy,
all according to plan.
my boy,
let's go.
Mafia.
Yeah.
He started streaming. Well, not started. He's been streaming a lot of Final Fantasy VII stuff, and he loves Aerith. And I'm just like, Zack and Aerith, and he's like, no, Cloud. I'm like, whatever. And I know people are so like, they're so one-sided, like they care so much. Like that's such like, the relationship stuff is such like a minor part for me of like the actual game. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to save the world. I'm trying to get my Buster Sword and embrace my dreams. So,
hey, over there.
But yeah, if you, I think that the premonition that we get from Cisne, when you fight, right after you fight the Toad in Rebirth in Gongaga, the Toad King mission or whatever, and you beat him, and you just like ask him any question. If you look at all three answers, you can kind of find them online. Yeah. If you, no, I agree. A lot of people they get just like I care about it. It's not to say like, oh, I don't care about it. It's whatever. They're beneath me. It's not to say that. It's just it's not the main part of like my identity. It's like I'm the Angel Jenova guy. I'm not the relationship guy. Like it's like whatever. But no, I mess with Cisne. I think she did so much for Zack, help him get away with Cloud, helped him really find his humanity. And I think that's one of the most overlooked parts of her character for Zack is that when they're in Sector 8, when the Genesis clone copies, when the clones attack, and you defeat the Genesis copy who has the friggin' grenade launcher, and you see the kind of the black feathers kind of like whatever wither and fly away and whatever, and he goes like he says something along the lines of like he's a monster. Those are wings of a monster. And then she says, no, those are angels' wings. And then following that scene, when they're looking to find Angeal and Genesis, they find whatever Genesis' lair and they chase Hollander around. And when he sees Angeal, Zack, he gives Cisne's idea to Angeal. It's not because that idea is not his. It's an idea that he embraced because Cisne told him. So you could see clearly that she's rubbed off on him in like a very positive way of not being so down, not being so glum, being like, I want my best friend back. Maybe if I tell him those aren't monsters' wings, those are angels' wings. Because Angeal, when he meets him, he's like, what's your deal, Angeal? And Angeal friggin' just saying lame dad jokes. I'm here to take over the world. Isn't that what all monsters want? And then Zack's like, you're not a monster. You're an angel's wings. And then freaking Angeal gives him a super punch down to Air's freaking church. So, like, I love that about like how she kind of implanted that idea. I love that she gave him the keys to get away. She's like, oh, sorry, we can't find him. And she's like, take this, get away. I'll look after your parents. Exactly what you said. That's like, and then even she just flirtatious. That's not my real name. Ha 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 ha. And if you actually get when you get to Nibelheim and you go into the Shinra Manor in Crisis Core, you get an email when you kind of open the door, right before you open the door to the manor. And she's like, hey, when you have some free time, would you like to go see Loveless together? And I'm like, damn, Cisne's trying to make a move. And if you look at some of the cutscenes from the DMW machine, you can see that Zack's always trying to ask her out, and then Sung always kind of shows up, like ruining the vibe. So the part that Air says, oh, Zack was a ladies' man, I don't doubt it. But I do think it was kind of like a work friendship. Maybe she liked him and didn't know his whole situation. Or maybe she did, because in Rebirth, I think she does say, oh, you must be the girl. Like, you're the reason why. It's kind of like, yo, I'm going to drop some analogy right here. I know you guys have seen Starship Troopers, right? It's like that. It's like that. Like Dez and the main guy, Rico. But then he has the nerdy girl who wants to be a pilot, who he has to force her to say, I love you. I'm not saying it's like that with Aerith, but I'm saying Cisne is like Dez or Daz or whatever her name is, where she always loved Zack, always loved Rico. And then only because the other situation didn't work out, or whatever, in this case, Aerith dies, quote unquote dies for those who think she's coming back. She's not on my list of people who I think are coming back of all the freaking lengthy lists. But when Rico gets rejected and the girl's like, I'm going to follow my career and be a pilot and I'll never come back. I was like, and then he gets with Daz and I'm like, when Cisne said, it wouldn't surprise me if I would turn around one day and he would be at the door. That for me is premonition. That's not dialogue, that's just friendly dialogue. In Crisis Core, when Sung says, Cisne, you're gonna be the one to save Zack. That's not just dialogue, guys. That's like they're telling you he's not dead. Just so you know, they're developing that into she's gonna show up in some scene and do something, and yeah. Just come on, guys. Come on now. Come on, you gotta get with it. Cisne Zack, holla at your boy. But yeah, I like Cisne a lot. I think she's dope. Except for she can't cook. Remember that time Tifa had to help her cook, or Aerith had to help her cook? She like making bad meals if you don't get all the right ingredients. Man, Cloud's badass. Like, I'm not a huge Cloud guy, but like, he has some badass scenes. Like, I like Cloud from Dirge when he gets the dope friggin' outfit and he got the cool, he's like badass, like biker dude, and he's done with the whole mental breakdown. He's like sick there. But like, I'm not a big man. Zack's so cool. Bromance, man. Like, Zack's so cool. Angie's so cool, man. Like, they're so cool. Like, man.
Give up?
Kill the bastard! Send back up!
That's that.
Get him first!
Yeah, I forgot how to play. How do you friggin' throw magic? How do you throw magic? I don't have
Unauthorized entry in 7-6 annex. Unauthorized entry in 7-6 annex.
See, can you breathe? Like, exactly, right? It's like, yeah, if only all girls were like this. If they really understood me. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you gotta be shitting.
I really hope they bring Zack back. I wonder if the developers realize how much people like him and really appreciate it. Yeah, he's an amazing character, man. He's an amazing character. And I was thinking about making a stream. I'll talk about this a little bit now because I don't want to talk too much about it. But just like when I told you guys earlier, like I'm making a super contrarian video. I just have to title it properly. But essentially, it's around. So I was saying this earlier. I heard somebody in the stream say, "Cloud is the story of Final Fantasy VII," and I would agree with that. If only ever like the OG version, if only that ever came out, I would 100% agree with that. But in no way do I think that with all the compilation stuff. Like when you really look at, oh wow, it's got beat me up like that. Oh dang, bro, chill out. When you look at the entirety of the compilation, let me just talk while I hide over here. When you look at the entirety of bomb sneak attack. When you look at the entirety of the compilation, like Final Fantasy VII OG is just like, I think it's like a month or 2 months worth of like a story. And during that story, yes, it's great, Cloud's development, all that stuff. It's a great story. It's really, really good. But like, Sephiroth has been, like, if you look at the Final Fantasy VII universe, like there's like 20 years of stuff going on. And like for just a couple of months, like if you look at Before Crisis, if you look at Ever Crisis First Soldier, if you look at the Battle Royale First Soldier game, like, you get to see a lot of lore. If you look at President Shinra when he first founded the company, and when he founded the company, they were just an arms dealer. And if you look at the Ancients, and if you look at the entire timeline of like the Final Fantasy VII lore story, like Cloud's only really there. Like he's the main in OG. He's not the main in Crisis Core. He's not the main in Before Crisis. He's not the main in Dirge. He is the main in, well, yeah, he's the main in Adventure. I just don't denying that.
Come and get him.
But like, I don't know, man. Like, it's, yeah. It's hard for me to understand. So I was going to make a video kind of like explaining a little bit of that. But I already know people are going to be super pissed. People love Cloud.
If only the ladies loved you that much.
Like, the way that I like Zack, like people like
someone's enjoying themselves.
So like, just like how I'd be like, I don't accept no Zack or Angio slander. They'd be like, yo, bro, did you even play the game? Why do you hate the game? what do you hate? Why are you playing the game if you hate? It's like, no, it's not that serious, man. Because I was kind of thinking about, because what the person said in the stream that I was watching, they said, there's no Final Fantasy VII without Cloud. And then I started like just thinking about like, well, what is the story about? Like using everything that we know, like what is the story about Final Fantasy VII? It's really about Shinra. It's really about Jenova. And then it's about the soldier program. And it's about how Shinra wants to control the world and how they need to have an elite military. And because of the advancements in weaponry, they're using that to implant in humans. And then I started thinking like, okay, like let's say like the Nibelheim Cloud stuff didn't exist. Like what would Final Fantasy VII be? Like let's say Sephiroth at the Nibelheim reactor, let's say he killed Cloud. And this is not obviously not a topic that people would ever want to like even discuss. And I'm like, let's go there. And it's like, okay, let's say Sephiroth was successful at the Nibelheim reactor, defeated, didn't kill Zack, but defeated Zack. So then after Hodra still took Zack, but let's say he killed Cloud. Like, would there still be a Final Fantasy VII story if there was no Cloud? And the more I thought about it, it's like it would be the exact same story, really. You'd have Zack in the Mako tank, breaks himself out. There's no Cloud because Cloud's dead. Tifa likely, let's say even Tifa survives, right? Nobody came, Zangan came, saved her, whatever, before Hojo got a hold of them, and only Zack survived. And then after Zack breaks out, whatever, and he goes on the run, and the Shinra military soldiers are trying to find him. He's on the run, but this time he doesn't have to carry anybody with him. He could just be on the run on the motorbike by himself. So when he goes back to Gongaga, he can see Cissnei talk. It would be the same story. When he goes to like the final battle, he could just run away from it. And then he comes into Midgar. Let's say he comes into Midgar by himself. Like there's no, he would still, let's say he goes to the train station. He sees Tifa. Hey, Tifa, are you okay? Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like the story really is then after you just have Sephiroth would still need the black materia, or Jenova would still need the black materia. Avalanche would still be a thing. So all those characters would still be trying to destroy the reactors. So like it doesn't really change. You don't get the mental health kind of aspect, the big twist turn of Final Fantasy VII. But like really, then you would just have Zack, who's now partner. Like if Tifa said, "Hey Zack, we're from Avalanche," Zack's like, "I want to be a mercenary." You know what I mean? So it's kind of like Zack is just filling in. And I hate to say this, but I made a video. It's a very bad one of my first or third videos where I talked about what if Cloud is in Zack's head, and that's kind of down the lines that this would go. What if Cloud's not even real?
What I found. Let's give these jerks a taste of their own medicine.
But obviously not that far. But I think I really like talking about those kind of things. I like sorting out those kind of things. Like, I think it's fun. I don't know. I like thinking. I think it's fun to friggin' imagine.
Stay where you are.
I think you'd start a story with a new character, but they have to be slowly introduced as side characters. The world is too big and beautiful to explore. Yeah. They could use Denzel as an adult in the series. Yeah, they could. Denzel has Denzel has a sick story. And then it's like, well, would Zack, let's say Zack partners with Avalanche, they go and defeat whatever. Because you have to think about this, right? Is Cloud even the strongest in the party? Like, I know we say, yeah, we defeated Jenova, we defeated whatever. But Vincent defeated a freaking weapon by himself. A soldier-infused weapon by himself. Defeated Azul. Defeated Rosso. Defeated Nero. Solo dolo. Like, Cloud's not even the strongest in his party. No offense. No, I'm saying this with, no offense. I like Cloud. Yeah, so just chill. Everybody just chill out. I like Cloud. But when you think about it more from like that, like thematic point, I just start thinking, and I wouldn't, obviously I'm not advocating for it. Let's kick out of the game. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying when I started thinking about this person's story, because then I started bringing other players. I was like, well, what if Tifa actually died? Let's say Cloud survives now, and let's say Tifa died at the reactor. Would the game really change? You know what I mean? So I started thinking, well, yeah, because then you don't have the connection between, because in Trace of Two Paths, we have her at the bar, kind of connecting Barrett with Avalanche, and Barrett with Jesse, and learning about planetology and getting in contact with Elfie. And so then like the whole Avalanche Splinter Cell that destroys the reactor, like that's a main problem. Like you can't not have it. So Tifa can't just be absent. And then you don't have or let's say if Tifa died and Cloud survived, Cloud doesn't have the promise to Tifa, so he's likely not even in, or let's say like whatever, like he's likely not even in Shinra. He's just I don't know. He took over the calisthenics group for her, or he's I don't know out fishing, or he just has a little farm or something. Like without that promise, that makes who he is. And then it's like, okay, well, let's say Zack didn't survive the Nibelheim incident. Then what would actually happen with the game? So when you kind of think about it like that, like if you eliminate these characters, because then if Zack doesn't survive, nobody breaks out of the Shinra Manor. Cloud is still there being tested. Maybe he eventually wakes up out of it by himself, but likely he becomes another kind of chaos, Vincent kind of dark whatever. You know what I mean? Because only Zack saved him. So I start I enjoy thinking about things like that. Like, oh, what about this? What if this happened? What if like I'm not so like ingrained in like I don't know. Like I'm just not so like I don't know. I don't know the proper words. I don't want to sound like insulting. Because I appreciate everybody who loves different aspects of the game. I like different aspects of the game than most people, right? So I'm not saying we need kind of all of us. That's why the fandom is popping. We're the freaking best fandom besides like the Naruto guys and the freaking whatever, the One Piece people, right? And shout out Tanjiro, you know, if you watch Demon Slayer. And if you actually watch anime, you need to be watching an anime called Sentenced to be a Hero. It is phenomenal. It kind of has like a 90s vibe to it. It is phenomenal. I've been watching that with Free Rent Season 2. I've been watching that with Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. I've been watching that with, what else have I been watching? I finished Tokyo Revengers last week. And Tokyo Revengers, like, okay. Like, people were like, oh, it's such a great show. And I was like, it's kind of like it's a solid B minus. But people like what they like. Cloud versus Zack is a major debate these days. We have Cloud fans on edge a lot. Yeah, there's a guy actually I really liked on Twitter. I think his name's like Cloud the Chocobo or something like that. Or Cloud Chocobo or Cloud the Chocobo. Really cool guy, but didn't like the Cloud slander. Not down for any of the second guessing of Cloud. That's fine, man. People like their characters, right? But I say it more as like an exercise. Like, what if Barrett died? What if at the reactor? Like, you know what I mean? Like we have right now. Like Barrett's dead. Quote unquote, Barrett's dead, Tifa's dead, Jesse's dead, Wedge is dead, Big survived. Like we kind of have that in one of the worlds. Is it because they went to the reactor by themselves that Cloud was supposed to be at? Is it because when they fought the Airbuster, Cloud wasn't there, so the Airbuster killed all of them and maybe only Biggs escaped? Because you have to remember, like they're coming back from the mission where Cloud fell down to Aerith. That's kind of where they're coming back from. At least that's where I think they are in the timeline. When you kind of merge Zack and Biggs' world. And the reason why I don't think it's kind of time travel is because Biggs has the memories of Cloud, right? Of doing the first reactor bombing. And Zack has the memory of Cloud as well. So they're both sharing these memories of this person who is alive, but they both are talking like they just seen him last week or a couple days ago. But Biggs answers, he's like, yeah, my internal clock's all messed up because obviously wherever he is in a world, in a consciousness, and whatever people are kind of arguing, he's somewhere where it's messing with his conception of reality, his conception of time, and all that stuff. Cloud versus Zack is a major. Okay. Old Man Barrett on the side, giving wisdom on the side of it. Yeah. Hey, man. Barrett gives some of the best lines ever, and that being, ain't no getting off this train, baby. Greatest freaking hero pickup line ever.
Well, aren't we having a wonderful time kicking the Hornets' nest?
Man, Roche is such a G. I like Roche a lot. He's a cool guy, cool character. What's happening here? Is it a glitch? Like Roche is really cool guy, and like that mullet is fresh.
You know what I want.
I'm a baldy, but like if I had hair,
just the two of us.
I have hair like this. I don't like that he's the first soldier but doesn't have his own sword, though. That's kind of trying to pull off an NGO wannabe here.
You turned the key.
Unless we think he's a second soldier, second class. Is he a first class soldier? I think he is.
To be set free.
Fall back.
I don't know if they actually tell us. Right. Do they tell us? Does anybody know? because a soldier first class, they tell us, Kunso tells us in Crisis Core, you're allowed to wear your own kind of getup. And I think his undershirt is more of like a biker uniform than like the other Shinra troops.
All the miles on the clock.
Even though the second, no, and I think the second soldiers wear like that mask over their head. That's a sick scene, man. Like, you know, like when you fight them at Temple of the Ancient, they'll have kind of like that ninja mask on.
I'm just as fast as I ever was.
Which is different than these guys with the 3 eyeballs. Roche grew on me as a new character. Low-key sucks. He won't be in the next, or will he? Roche is 3rd class, if I remember. Oh, 3rd class? No way. That's trash. Jesse, bro. Man, that's trash. No wonder we whoop him so easily. Man, that sucks. Man. But he has command of a whole battalion, because when he does the parade, right? Princess being a biker version of the Soldier 3. Oh, man. I didn't know that. Oh, Hickman, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man? I was just talking about a lot of stuff we were talking about the other night.
I told you
happy to have you here, man.
Past the red line.
I was talking about some very controversial stuff that might be coming to get to play over the next stream or over the next kind of set of videos. But yeah, because I do a lot of Before Crisis stuff as well, guys, I'm going to kind of put a compilation together of all the Before Crisis. You know how, like, if you look on YouTube, you could find, like, all Rufus scenes from Remake, all Rufus scenes from Rebirth, all Glenn scenes. I'm going to kind of do something along those lines for Crisis Core without kind of all the battles that you see, so that people can kind of take a real look at what's going on, have a better understanding of, like, Rufus and, like, how, like, yeah, Rufus is an asshole. Rufus is trying to undermine his dad. Rufus is a betrayer. Rufus is untrustworthy. And because that's delved into deeply into Before Crisis. And I talk about it in some of my videos that the scene that we have of the SRC, Glenn, Matt, Lucia at Wutai is actually a scene that's directly from Before Crisis, where you have the hero Sears and Alfie in Wutai after Shotgun kind of destroys it. And he's like, he reveals that I'm the funder of the Avalanche. Like,
we really
Wutai,
must do this again.
Rufus is funding Avalanche to undermine his father's power, to create division.
I'll see you on the road,
and
my friend.
One of the things that I talk about actually in my stream that we were talking about the other day was the fact that Rufus is trying to organize a war with Wutai. And why would Rufus want a war with Wutai, right? Like, obviously, there's initial thoughts that Rufus wants to have control of Wutai because it's rich in materia, rich in Mako. I guess it's materia, Mako. Not simultaneously, but not even synonymously, really. But hopefully you guys know what I mean when I'm saying these things. Because obviously sometimes I'm talking, playing, listening to these explosions, trying to make sense while reading the chat. And
let's go. Right.
The agreement that Rufus made in Ever Crisis with President Shinra to backstab Glenn, let me just skip this while I'm thinking of this. To backstab Glenn, it really shows that there was something that was of more meaning to Rufus than
so are we not gonna wait
his partnership with Glenn.
We stuck around or went back.
And when you kind of piece it together from what he's talking about in, I'm just go straight up here. When you piece it together from what he's talking about with Glenn, Glenn tells him there needs to be a sacrifice for war. The people need to die because through destruction comes unity. Like, these are big, these are very, I know people don't like to talk about war and whatever, and I made kind of the analogy on the stream that if you're like a little boy and you went to school and you got bullied, and one day you fight your bully, and what you realize often after you fight like your friend or whatever, at least for me, it was for me and a lot of my friends, like you almost like become best friends with them right after. So through a lot of, and it's unfortunate, but like it's how, this is like, we're gonna get into like adult talk now, like it's generally how the world works. Like there isn't, we live in a time where peace, people think peace is just like very granted to us, but the cost of peace is war, is death. it's a very high cost to have the freedoms that we have to be able to be sitting at home, streaming on the freaking computer. I've been lucky to travel the world, so I've been in countries like Vietnam, Malaysia, Singapore, Dubai, Japan, Portugal, Spain, Jamaica, Dominican, Cuba, Guyana, Peru, Bolivia. So I've had the chance to see a lot of the world, and it really adds perspective to
maybe singed, but the only casualty is your underwear. This is like a bruise
how
or a
really
mild burn at worst.
How lucky we are, and how we take a lot of things for granted.
Now that was
I was in Vietnam when and I've been to Thailand, and I've been to like when there was a war, like a mini war kind of going on in Thailand, and
it's not safe here.
And
we should go.
Foreign country. I wanted to go there, but I didn't go because the war was going on. Like, they're fighting over the border. It's like, yeah, like people are in a constant battle. Even right now, as we speak, there's wars all around the world, right? And everybody's really fighting for a better way of life, for territory, for stuff that were promised to them, and whatever their reasons are. But they all think it's for the right cause, right? Everybody thinks they're fighting for the right cause, just like how Avalanche in this thinks they're fighting for the right cause, even though they would be considered terrorists. And anyways, the whole point of what I was trying to say was, I don't even know what I was trying to say anymore. It's gone. Just life lessons with Plug Film reviews. What I was just trying to say is the price of freedom is steep. Is what I was trying to say. That's how I'll end that whole talk. Okay, let me get back to the chat. Okay, I read someplace too that while Roche is DC technically more capable, but his eccentricities have to leave his promotion. Makes sense. I enjoy controversy. There's a lot of sensitive people who in OG are scared to Cloud is FF7 and all the chicken. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people are they cling. They like, it's like, go outside, go play pickleball. Like, there's more, like, I love Final Fantasy VII, but it's like, and I love certain aspects of where I'm like diehard, but I'm never diehard enough to just say, I don't want to hear your opinion. I was like, okay, well, explain it to me the best way you can. Explain, like, what's your best argument for it? Like, I'm like that. I'm like, okay, like, give me your argument. Well, that's what the game says. I'm like, okay, that's not like, that tells me you didn't really put a lot of thought into your argument. Just like, oh, that's what the game says. It's like, yeah, that's what a lot of, like, if you watch the introduction level of like Inception, you'll think that the ending, that he's still in a dream because the top's spinning. But if you watch Inception like a real gangster, like we got Funky Film reviews, what you'll realize is that Cobb, his totem is actually his wedding ring. So every time he's in the dream world, he has his wedding ring on, and every time he's not in the dream world, he doesn't have his wedding ring on. That's what we do here. We don't, because it told it. No, don't trust what you're being shown. Don't trust it. Okay, and yo, good to join you again. Oh, awesome, dude. I see. You see the wild new EC release announcement for February 28th. The images of the ultimate. Oh no, the features of some maybe very tail lines for promo images about to. Oh, dude, no, I haven't seen that. Yo, Hickman, is it B Hickman? Like, is that your last name? Well, don't tell me it's your friend. Like, obviously, I'm not trying to Google you, whatever. But like, if I call you Hickman, is that cool? Like, I don't like. Should I calling you B Hickman? Should I be calling you 1015? Like, let me know if I'm disrespecting. I want to make sure everyone feels comfortable to say whatever they want to say in the chat, obviously. And obviously, everybody, if you're in the chat, if you're new to the stream, I am the Final Fantasy VII extremist. Welcome to the place where you can say anything you'd like. Let's talk about it. I always end my videos with, let's argue about it in the comments. And it's not supposed to be confrontational. It's supposed to say, let me hear some of your ideas. Let's bounce ideas off of each other. I don't know. You don't know. We don't all know. Hamaguchi, I would say Hamaguchi doesn't even know. Nomura doesn't know. Nobody really knows. So we might as well just make up the story ourselves. And if we don't like how it goes, make a C-Dance 2.0 video of how it's supposed to really go. I was actually, Nick, I know you were saying earlier in the stream that you were going to do some Star Wars stuff. I was actually going to build. Nobody steal my idea, guys. This is, okay, let's timestamp this. What's the date? 23rd February, 7:34 p.m. Eastern time, New York time. Okay, I was actually going to make a Sephiroth versus Jenova. Like, you know how I want the ending of the game to be? I want, like, the Mazamune. I want I want kind of like a double death of Sephiroth sacrificing himself or pushing Cloud out of the way and Jenova like stabbing him and him kind of blocking with the sword and the sword kind of breaking and they both stab each other and they both die. And then I was like, okay, it's resolved, it's done. Then it's like a full resolve. Sephiroth kind of dies as a redeemed hero. I was going to kind of make that with the seed dance stuff. But when I looked at the pricing, I was like, bro, I'm not spending freaking whatever the cost was for like, oh, it's credits. And every prompt is like 10 credits or 30 credits. Or I was like, man, by the time I'm done with all these prompts to get exactly what I want, it'll just already be copyright strike. Like, I don't even know how these people are getting their videos up on the internet with like Terminator versus Predator and Batman versus the Hulk. And like some of them are super, super cool. Okay, let me read this last thing and we'll get through this chapter.
What are you, an idiot? Move your vehicle.
Oh, you thought I was in Dubai?
An emergency has been declared. All civilians are to remain indoors.
Stuff is major. Oh, Jesse, for sure, it has to be, right? It has to be. Like the things that's the whole thing is like they've added just think about all the Ever Crisis stuff. It's huge, but even if you just look at the game itself, right? They've developed Wutai, the war, the agreement to go to war. There's going to be another huge war where likely the SRC either gets completely destroyed. That's why we never hear about them moving forward. Or they're successful, and that's who becomes the kind of the Regenesis organization of Dirge Cerberus, and like kind of all these little like free fighters who went up against the system of Shinra and defeated them or whatever. More of like a encouraged to rebel against the oppressors. That's kind of the vibe I think they're going for. What did I want to say about? I want to say something else about that. Yeah, the Wutai stuff, right? So with the DLC that we get with Yuffie, we get you can have a character arc of a story, but you can't thematically have a character arc of a story and leave it open-ended. So what I mean by that is we get Sonon in Intergrade, right? So with having Sonon in Intergrade and seeing Nero being murdered in front of Wutai, that now changes 100% how Nero dies. That now means that Yuffie will be in the battle with Vincent to defeat Nero because it's her revenge arc now.
Me too.
And they have to complete that storyline, that arc, for lack of better terms. So will Nero be back? Will Azul be back, or will he be in this generation of Deep Down? Will we see Rosa the Crimson? Like those are badass characters. And if you know Azul, like I'm not sure that Rosso has any kind of pre-Dirge Cerberus backstory, but Azul is from Before Crisis. And he's super cool how you kind of like meet up with him. And he's actually he's kind of like a loser, right? Well, not really. Like so, as for Azul's story, you get Azul. So the Shinra, the Turks, they just walk by some materia. So the Turks are just okay, man. I'm not sure how deep I want to get into this. But essentially, the Turks are looking for recruits for the soldier program because nobody wants to volunteer for Shinra's military because there's a war going on. A lot of people are disappearing. A lot of people are dying. If you look at Elmira's husband. If you look at other people's families who had people in the war. So they start getting like civilians, whatever, guys like Broden who volunteered, who ends up being a soldier, part of the soldier program as well, who cellular degrades. Just saying once again, guys, everybody who says cellular degradation is not a main part of the plot line is somebody who's not properly understanding the game. That's why it's mentioned in Rebake, which it never was in the original. That's why it's mentioned in Rebirth, which it never was in the original game. And that's why it's mentioned in, spoiler alert, Dear Destiny. So for all those who said cellular degradation is not a main plot point, it 100% is. So just saying that. But what I wanted to say about that is in Before Crisis, because there's such a low recruitment for people to work for Shinra as a soldier or to volunteer as a soldier, the Turks actually get sent out to kind of kidnap people who showed a lot of potential. And if you play Dirge Cerberus, you actually see one of the characters called Shelk. You see Shelk, who's the younger sister of Shalua, and Shalua is actually in Before Crisis. And so is Red, and so is Aerith, and so is Tifa, and like all the storylines, like the new Tifa storyline you have in Rebirth about the cat missing and the cat up the hill and all that's stolen. I say stolen. All that is from Before Crisis. All that's from Before Crisis. In TOTP, when Tifa says, I was on the hill and I lost my cat, and somebody in a black suit came to save me, help me. That is a direct tie-in to Before Crisis, where Shotgun goes and helps Tifa find her cat in the mountains, merging the timelines. When you see in TOTP, when they talk about Elfie, Barrett is like, I want to join Avalanche. Do you know somebody called Elfie? And people are like, yo, don't talk about that around here. Yo, we're not freedom fighters, whatever. Like, don't talk about that. I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble. Elfie, the only reason we know Elfie is from Before Crisis. She is Chief Erdo, who is Sung's boss before he goes missing, quote unquote missing, likely to Wutai or likely somewhere hidden where him and Felicia, quote unquote Elfie, can recover after he finds out that his daughter's still alive. That friggin' Shinra Hojo, worst guy in the freaking world, decided to freaking Mako infuse her. So in Before Crisis, what I wanted to say was they go on a mission to kidnap people who show a lot of potential. They kidnap Shulk, who's Shalua's younger sister. That is told to us in Before Crisis. And they go to Costa del Sol. There's a bar there, and it's kind of like a brawler bar. So think about, and I don't know, any brawler movie. There's some sick ones, like Never Back Down, right? Never Back Down or whatever. Think Street Fighter. In a bar, and they have kind of the main strong guys. I'll beat your ass. I'll kick your butt. Da, 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 da. And the main guy gets beat up by Azul. So then Azul's like, yo, I want to come. You're saying to soldier, you're going to make me even stronger? Then make me stronger. So they capture like the top 10 strongest guys from that bar. And they bring them on the Shinra ship. So not the cruise ship, but like the Turks ship. I don't know how they got it, whatever. That's a part of the lore. I don't know. Okay, but they have a ship. And when he's on the ship, he breaks all the cages and lets all the guys out. And Azul fights all of them alone and beats them up. And then Reno comes, not Reno, Rude, the guy, yeah, Reno, Baldy. Shout out all the Baldies out there. And damn, Rude comes downstairs and he's like, do we have a problem here? And he tries to, and Shotgun shows up, who's like one of the Turks that you don't really know about, but you only really know about in Last Order. You see, in Last Order, man, the fandom, bro, they killed the whole Turk story, and I'm so mad that they did that. Such cool characters. Two Guns has like two pistols, kind of sick. One guy throws like magic firebombs. One guy's like a super jacked freaking Hulk. Like there was one guy has an ill baton like Reno, but does more like martial arts. Man, there's sick characters in that game, or at least, anyways, that could have been like really, really cool. Anyways, and they all come back when Meteor Fall happens. Spoiler, to say, hey, we're still here. We're all still alive. Let's help these people escape. Let's help these people evacuate from Midgar. So I'm hoping somehow, like, DLC, one more thing to do the Turks, do Before Crisis DLC. That'd be sick. Okay, Azul. Wutai. Sidetrack. Wutai, Azul. Yes, Wutai is a big place. Great place. They should bring back Azul. Rude beats him up after he beats up Shotgun. And then after, obviously, we see in Dirge Cerberus that Azul gets the friggin' super beast, super machine gun, whatever he has.
I figured my dad got it wrong,
it's a super cool
nope,
kind of character.
They're here just like he said.
But yeah, I would love for the Wutai to grow bigger. I just think there's not enough time. But they could, if they make like a back end part of the game that's outside of the ending of the game and kind of give us like a couple years after or 6 months after, and then they kind of show us what's going on, because Genesis was taken by Weiss and Nero at the end
I really
of
appreciate you coming
Crisis
all this
Core.
way with me.
So
like I said before,
when he went back to Sector Zero, he agreed if when you're on the ship in Dirge Cerberus with Sid, you can talk to one of the co-pilots or whatever, and he tells you, yeah, we used G specimen or whatever he calls it. He doesn't call it G cells, but we used G specimen or whatever to enhance these soldiers in Sector Zero. And if you're also, there's also another mention of the deep ground soldiers. Oh man, I'm forgetting exactly where, man. Come on, memory. I want to say it's the guy who makes us go fight that like wildebeest from Sector 7. We go fight the Fiend. The guy who sends us to go do that when we find the underground lab, and Cloud has a flashback of him in a tank. Like the testing on, so that is like an old soldier facility. And if you think about it, if that's under Sector 7,
sure,
there's likely a whole other, that kind of builds the idea that there's a whole underground. When you see the Sviets in
Cloud, you let him down gently,
in Rebirth, and you fight them with Yuffie, and they're super strong. Yeah, they're like elite Shinra soldiers, right? But yeah, the Weiss is infused. Weiss is infused, Nero's infused. and you see them in their regular soldier outfits, and then you see them used obviously when Nero has the ill black purple or whatever nightmare attacks, and Weiss has that freaking dope freaking Squall and Cypher shot blade, not shot blade. What the hell's it called? Not called shot, gun blade. Yeah, like super, like those characters look like that's so cool to me. Like, that is so cool to me. I think so.
Give me a minute.
Okay.
No.
For real,
Why you have to be such a hard ass, bro?
I ain't your bro.
For real, people should be like it. Yeah. No, I get that all the time. People are like, oh, it doesn't matter. I'm like, it's just because you don't really know. That's like why you say it doesn't matter. But it's fine, man. And also I have maybe a lot more time for this kind of stuff than other people do. So even some of the people who read the books, whatever, like I've read everything, and even some of the smaller stuff like 2000 Gil, like, you know what I mean? Even if it's a translation, like I've read like most of the stuff that's out there, and I had the chance to look over like the Ultimanias, and from Japanese they translate them with AI, and then after kind of read through them, I found errors in the Ultimania Omega that don't line up with the original game. But like people who just, but that's the thing, is like people who just use the Ultimate to support their arguments, they'll never talk about the stuff that doesn't make sense in the Ultimania Omega. Like I was going to make a video about like 10 things that the Ultimania Omega says that's actually completely false. Like in the Ultimania Omega, it says that Aerith met Zack while she was selling. No, let me I have it in my little notepad here because I had things I want to talk about, but I have it back. I think I talked about it with you, Jesse, during the stream. But for everybody else who hasn't really heard that whole, sorry, like the Ultimania Omega is not just like a Bible, right? Only the Bible is error proof. Okay, so in the Ultimania Omega, where do I have this? This very looks familiar. SEPHIROTH inside. No, it's further back here. The UO continually mentions that Barrett is the leader of Avalanche, which we know is not true from Before Crisis from TOTP. The fact that Barrett is looking for Elfie. It says Tifa learned that her basics, learned her martial arts basics on her own, which you know is also not true. We know that Zangan, and they've developed the whole idea of Zangan and the Calisthenics Club, which is not in the original. They say that Aerith met Zack on page 31 of the Ultimate Omega. They say that while selling flowers, she met Zack, which we know that is not true. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're like people who say, oh, the Ultimate Omega and it's following the OG path. It's like, well, then what about this? Like, don't just talk about the stuff that aligns with your theories and your ideas. Like, what about the stuff that goes against it? And like that's like more in that uncomfortable space where I want to have conversations.
Like we're flying high these days.
So this is the new EC event coming. Specifically, check out 1 minute in to see the Ultima weapon and some very interesting descriptions that might relate to Sephiroth fighting multiple possible. Oh, sick, dude! Yeah, I'm gonna check that out after this.
He's a keeper, all right.
Also, if you're sticking around for the stream, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, every opinion, any opinion is welcome in the chat. Come and join the Fungi Film Reviews crew. We want to hear from you. Sound like a radio host. We want to hear from you. Whatever you got to say, we are open to everybody. Like the stream, get more people in here.
I'll head home on my own.
Maybe we'll get one of your favorite streamers in here, so they could talk about. I listened to this guy talk about.
Cool.
Da 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 da. He's an idiot.
Aw, thanks, bro.
Cut that out.
This way.
And if you guys are kind of wondering, I've told the story like a bunch of times, but if you guys are kind of wondering how I got into streaming and how I got into Final Fantasy VII content, like I said, I've always been kind of a closet Final Fantasy VII freaking super nerd. And I would comment a lot on Sleep Easy's channel. And to the point where he's like, dude, cut it out with this redemption arc shit. And he was like, if you just disagree with everything I'm saying, then make your own videos. And I was like, fine, I will. And that's how kind of everything got started. And then after, I got lucky enough that it was constructive criticism that he was kind of giving me. And he said that he came actually in one of my channel videos, and it was like, hey man, you're the friggin' guy who was saying all this friggin' redemption arc shit. And he's like, I'm glad you made a channel. I was like, oh, awesome, dude, yeah. Like, it's actually thanks to you that I kind of had the courage or thought that I would invest in putting some time into getting my ideas out there. So I'm always thinking,
nah, it's all again.
My ideas. I can't be the only one. Like, I know some things I'm probably the only one thinking that, but I'm like, I can't be the only one.
You lost me.
Clutch and me are about to jump on Battlefield pause the
Likes
stream,
the
and we'll
stage and
catch the
loves
rest
to
when we're
play.
done. Oh, awesome, dude. Awesome. I'm not gonna stay on here much longer. Like I didn't even get to go to the freaking like this whole part. Okay, well, Nick, before you leave, Nick, I did the mission now. Can I skip the rest and just go to? Can I just go to Aerith's part, or do I still have to play through this? That's like literally the only reason I did all this. I didn't even get to the point I wanted to do, which is get Aerith's final dress, get Tifa's final dress, and get
These little guys are on guard
get to the
duty
train
today.
graveyard.
Okay.
But yeah, and I'm gonna grab some dinner soon. I'm getting hungry.
Thanks for seeing me home.
You guys getting hungry?
Really
32
sorry about
watching.
your ass.
You guys getting hungry?
It's all good.
What are you guys having for dinner?
It's kind of
I'm
weird
thinking
when
I'm
you
gonna
call me.
make maybe some
Hey,
pasta.
Don't be scared. Deep down,
I'm thinking
he's
maybe
a
some
big
ground beef.
softie. It's okay. It's okay.
Bolognese sauce,
Good job, guys. Great
some
work.
noodles, spaghetti,
Aw, I missed you too.
and
Oh, big
I want some dessert. Like I want a freaking milkshake for some reason.
The secret reactor. Everyone and their mother knows, so long as the two
I'm
of
so
you
sick
stay
of
together.
Legends Try another distro route? Stranger running tomorrow.
I stayed up all night thinking about the reactor.
Well, if it isn't Cloud Strife, was wondering when you'd show up. Without further ado, here you are.
Well, thank you, Jesse. You're so kind.
Thanks for stepping up, Merc. And now for the cherry on top.
Ooh, Tifa go be jealous.
Okay, I get it. Mind letting me breathe?
Depends. Mind coming over tomorrow night? My roommates should all be
Tifa
out
go be
for a while.
jealous.
Are you seriously that desperate? Just let go already.
Only if you promise to come back tomorrow night. Deal?
Oh wow.
No promises, but I'll think it over.
Really?
No
You will?
promises to
I make a mean
keep.
pizza, I'll have you know.
You will never
Mars,
leave.
Sloosh, Black Millie, Red Shelly. I use only the best ingredients.
I actually love
Sound
that
good?
song when it came out. I remember the trailer.
Never heard of any
I was
of
like
that
singing the
stuff.
song. My trailer
Oh,
review.
you are so adorable.
Promises
You know that?
to keep.
You just leave everything to
You
me.
will
It'll be
never
great.
leave. Such a beautiful song.
Nighty night.
Man, Rebirth's awesome. I kind of want to skip this and just go straight to Rebirth.
Psych.
Because this platinum grind, man, is... I wanted to play Rebirth 10 hours a day live. That's kind of intense, but
Scares me to death.
I wanted to kind of play Rebirth and talk some about some of the stuff live.
Oh,
So it's
hey,
different when
Cloud.
we're playing Remake and kind of
Survived
talking
the
about
jump?
some of the stuff from
How's
Rebirth. It's
Wedge?
like, oh, well,
He's fine.
just play this game.
Yeah,
I know.
Wedge said he'd heading tops, but Jesse been acting.
Biggs.
She must be prepping the bomber. I should go and see.
Biggs.
Huh? Yeah, folks.
Get some rest.
Roger.
Night.
Night. And thanks.
Me wanting to leave Midgard didn't go over so well.
You want
Man, this
to leave?
plate's huge.
I'm just tired of being
Go
on the
far it
bottom
goes. Can't even see the end. Oh, is this where I picked the outfit?
She's probably asleep.
No, I think I already picked the outfit. I'm pretty sure. Like 90% sure. I think it left us with even more questions than we yeah, I left with definitely with a bunch of questions for sure. Yeah, I'll skip this one. This is where I fight those monsters. But the thing too is that because they made it, there's so much money in like episodic releases. Oh, is this where we see the? Who could that be?
Cloud?
Yeah,
Who could that be?
You were out for a while.
Got jealous?
just walking.
I ran into Johnny, by the way. Said not to worry. He was getting out of town.
Oh, that guy.
You weren't thinking of leaving Midgar anytime soon, were you?
Man, Tifa's so awesome, dude.
Well, seems this old friend of mine's in a tight spot. Long
Look how
time ago,
nervous
I
he is.
said
Like, look
I'd
at
be
his
there
eyes.
for
Like, he
her.
can't make eye contact with her, right? Like, that's how nervous he is to say, I want to stick around to help you. Like,
Made a promise, so
you remembered.
can't say this is quite what I had in mind when I put that on you way back when.
If you want to talk, I'm listening.
Look at him. You can open up to me. She's just gonna like reject.
Huh? What's with you all of a sudden?
With me?
Like you're losing that hard edge.
That bad?
Not at all. I like it. Maybe Marlene won't be so scared of you next time.
Say something nice, Tifa. Like, flirtatious.
I'm really glad to have you back, Cloud.
There
Really
you go.
glad.
There you go.
It's pretty late, huh? I'd like to catch up
nice of her
more,
to say
but
that.
we
You
should
needed that.
probably both get some sleep, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, question mark.
Good night, then.
Yeah, question mark. Come on, bro. You should have made a suggestion.
Good night, Tifa.
I know I went out for a walk, but we could go for one more if you'd like. Go watch the stars. I mean, I guess there's no stars in freaking Midgar. I guess, what even do you do in Midgar for a day? Whose voice do we hear here, by the way? Is this Sephiroth's voice? I heard a lot of people argue that. Because it's Sephiroth's quote, I believe.
Sleep and dream the sweetest dreams.
What if it's all a dream? What if it's all a dream from that point? Cloud.
Cloud!
They're everywhere.
What's wrong?
Come with me! Quickly!
And also an important part too, guys.
We
Just
were
kind
getting
of,
ready to set out when those
because I
things
spoke a
showed up
lot
and came
about
after us.
The others?
Barrett and Jesse are holding their ground, but for how long? I don't know.
So this is clearly means that all the people there are seeing these whispers, right? But what future are the whispers trying to prevent? They're trying to prevent Jesse from going on the mission. They need Jesse to not go on the mission to keep Fate in order. Because they need Cloud to go in to meet Aerith. Let's find out about the white. Not find out about the white material, but find out about everything that's going on.
No idea. Pretty sure you can't even see them unless they make physical contact first.
That's all you can do.
Oh, I moved too fast. I kind of want to hear that dialogue.
We're running out of time.
Another way?
Yeah, over here.
Man, those red eyes are so cool, man. Her, Vincent, and Matt. Like, they're sick. Again? Imagine people had red eyes in real life.
Us from reaching the others? Cloud, this way.
This way, I just ran that way. They can't see you unless they make physical contact with you. So that means a Whisper had to have physical contact with Rufus. That's what I want to talk about really quick. Because Rufus at the Shimmer HQ, when the Whispers are attacking the building, he's talking to Sung as he goes down the staircase, and the Whispers are kind of going through the staircase with him. And you can see that he can see the Whispers, but Sung can't see them. So is that kind of why Glenn is able to, or Jenova is able to manipulate something in front of Rufus? Did Rufus secretly inject himself with Jenova cells with the help of Hojo? Huh? Huh? I don't think so, but something's definitely going on with why Rufus can see them and Sun can, and why Glenn is appearing. Yeah, I think they're a cool concept. And I was annoyed of them, to be honest, when I was playing Remake the first time. I was like, oh, these things are kind of annoying, what's the point? But like, the idea of the Harbinger, the idea of end creation, the idea of the future isn't set, so whatever, never lose hope, or whatever she says. Like, I think that's super, it gives it a cool dynamic. Like, even though we don't have an answer now, I'm sure that once it's all said and done, like, I'm sure we'll have more of the answers we're looking for. Like that Spectre there was a purple one. People are like to say that one's Jenova used. And although I do think that the purple aura, purple smoke, purple around Sephiroth's knife, purple around the clones means that it's Jenova, I'm not sure what this clone as Sephiroth would want. Maybe it's to make sure that, like, because when you think about it logically, like, why would Sephiroth want, like, all this stuff that people say, oh, well, Sephiroth, like, a lot of the OG people, they just say that, oh, well, Sephiroth's just messing around with Cloud. Sephiroth just, it's like, well, why would he be messing around with Cloud? Like, in the original game, when he's at the Temple of the Ancients, Cloud says, it's nothing for Sephiroth to send one of his flunkies to get, yeah, you love that scene. Yeah, yeah. Which one? The one that just happened here? Or the one that, the Harbinger kind of stuff that we were talking about, Fat Music. So, oh, what was I just saying? Man, no. Okay.
The hell?
Okay, yeah. When you think about a lot of the OG players, they talk about things like they say, well, it's just Sephiroth messing with Cloud. Sephiroth's just messing out with Cloud, and well, Sephiroth needs Cloud to get the black material. But a lot of like those fans, they ignore the fact that even Cloud, oh yeah, it is, right? Yeah, when she falls on the stairs and stuff like that. Yeah, it is a cool scene, and it kind of adds a lot to the story, right? Like, because it's like, oh, well, how did Cloud get on the mission? It's like, oh, boom, there you know, the Whispers intervened, made sure Jess got injured so that he couldn't make it. Because in the original game, we just kind of go, we don't know about kind of all this. Oh man, I just forgot again what I was going to say. Okay, the OG. So in the OG, when we're at the Temple of the Ancients, when Cloud has the option to like take it, shake it, or whatever at the I think at the Keystone, or maybe no, it's past the Keystone. It's at the actual temple remodel, and he's like, when the option is take it, Cloud's like, well, I can just we should take it because Sephiroth will just send one of his flunkies to come and get the black material, telling us that Jenova / Sephiroth will just send one of the clones to come collect the black material. So let's take it out so that he can't get it. So a lot of people, they say, oh, he needs Cloud. It's like, why? Well, he doesn't need Cloud. He could get the black material, and that's why we take it to prevent him from getting it, which we end up friggin' psychosising Cloud at the end when he's friggin' beating up Aerith, and get him to give it to us, the black material. But he doesn't need, like, hardcore need Cloud for that. And the other thing is that, like, through Sephiroth's kind of bullying throughout Remake and Rebirth, showing up and Cloud, good, your hatred. Like, that's actually what's encouraging Cloud to get stronger, to realize his true initial promise to Tifa, to get stronger so that I can protect the people that I love. There's not a thing I don't cherish, like at the end of Advent Children. Like, if Sephiroth knows all this will lead to his defeat, why would he do all these things? So there's that whole thing of like the time. I'm like, I don't really think that's how. If Sephiroth was serious about winning, he would just he would make sure to turn around at the Nibelheim reactor and block the friggin' back impale. You know what I mean? He wouldn't say, Cloud, isn't this what you promised? And yeah, give it to your hatred, get stronger. Unless, what I like to argue is that the black materia, if you look at the edge of creation, behind Cloud is like a very red, dark pool of energy. And behind Sephiroth at the edge creation, it's like this new light, looks like a beautiful new world, like sparkling rainbow, kind of like different colors and light. And when Cloud holds the black materia, you could see almost like a one-for-one depiction of the edge of creation behind him, of just destruction and hate, filled by the Gi, all this kind of like dark cloud stuff. So it's almost like if they're using Cloud, if Sephiroth, at the risk of Cloud getting stronger, needs Cloud's hatred to activate the black materia in an area that is rich in Mako, which is the Promised Land, which is the Northern Crater, which we learned from the Temple of the Ancients, the Gi needed, with all their hatred, they made the black materia. It's almost like that's what they need to activate it. So that's really why it's not the Cloud getting stronger is like a side reaction of what Sephiroth really needs, right? Because to me, it makes no sense why he would egg him on and make him get stronger if he knows that he's just going to be defeated in the end. Okay. I believe they are manifestations of a collective with will of the planet. But then in Remake, it seems that Sephiroth has led us to fight the Jenova Purple Harbinger. So now he more than okay, I guess you mean he has more control because now the Harbinger is defeated. Yeah, I think that's definitely a possibility. With the Harbinger out of the game, or out of the consciousness, that's kind of keeping order, if that's kind of what, like, the Harbingers holding the sacred timeline together. Yeah, now there would be a whole bunch of different possibilities that don't have to follow the original storyline, how we get to certain events, for sure. But you have to also think that if now that Sephiroth has, like, a lot of people don't talk about this, but when we go to whatever the hell they call the Zalem, Midsomner, Midgar Zomler, whatever the hell it's called now, and we're fighting it, and it actually comes out from the water and grabs Cloud, right? Do you guys remember this scene? It grabs Cloud, it goes around his neck and around his body, and Cloud's slowly losing consciousness. And who comes to save Cloud? Cloud, lend me your strength. Who comes to save Cloud when he's about to die? Sephiroth does. Sephiroth comes down under the water and slashes the Solemn, and then after sends it out of water into the pike, which is the iconic pike of Sephiroth who killed the Zalem by himself from OG. And it's like, people don't like to talk about that part. Well, why would Sephiroth save Cloud? They just return to their original well, Sephiroth needs Cloud to the It's like, okay, we're just gonna go in a circle here. But yeah, like, we have to think about those things. There's something more. And they're building that, I think, when you think about the imagery of Cloud putting the black material. First off, Sephiroth is, let's be clear, guys. Sephiroth is supposed to have the black materia at the end of the Temple of Ancients. Cloud now has it, or the clear materia turned into black. However people want to argue, however it happened. Cloud places the freaking black destruction, the dark destruction black materia into his sword, and it kind of like absorbs, like, it kind of looks sick, kind of like Transformers. If you watch Transformers, like the original one, they all spark, and it kind of like the cube that goes like it kind of looks like that a little bit. And it's like super cool, but it's also super dark. It's like, whoa, what the hell is Cloud doing? Like, is he about to go on a rampage now with this black materia? Does every soul he slashed now charge up the black materia? Like, those are the things that I'm thinking. Like, what? Why is he doing this? So, yeah. Oh man, culture. I enjoy the speculation. Thanks. This is all about just sharing ideas, having fun kind of discussions. Like I said, I keep a whole bunch of different. I have a whole bunch of topics that a lot of people don't like to tackle. I have a whole bunch of topics that I think aren't as clear cut as other people like to break them down. But I'm open for any and every theory. The only thing I ask is that if you're gonna kind of drop something, just either let's develop it collectively if it's not kind of fine-tuned, but any kind of idea that is supported through the game, I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely a possibility. I'm not the kind of person who'd be like, that's stupid, that's dumb, that's this. I would give it like constructive criticism. I would say, oh well, have you thought about this? Oh, this actually, if you think about this actually supports your idea. I'm very open to talking about a lot of these things. So yeah, I think Jenova has dominant control over the collective will of the planet, and the harbinger that perhaps keeps different life stream strands, different possibilities, bounces it close together as well. Brian, like, how do you, when do you think, okay, so first thing, it's like kind of like a two-stage question. One, when do you think Jenova first got control? Is it when Professor Gast rediscovered her? And by kind of like the movie The Mummy, you rediscover the sarcophagus and all these the first thing that the freaking dumb people always do is they freaking push the sarcophagus open. Oh, let me open this sarcophagus. And the curse kind of restarts once it was sealed. Like, do you think it's when Professor Gas found it at the Northern Crater and when they brought it to Nibelheim to kind of work on it, to de-thaw it and put it in the water tank, that it at that point it started kind of repurposing its powers? Do you think that when it crashed at the Northern Crater, when it first hit the planet, and the life stream tried to heal the Northern Crater, and only once the Cetra sealed her, that like her kind of essence kind of dripped into the life stream, and from that point on, it started corrupting the planet, like roughly 2,000 years ago. So I think it's kind of a mix of the two. Like, I agree with you that it's possible. Like, I'm not sure how they're going to handle the whole timeline idea, but I think it's a like, through Ever Crisis and the purple kind of lava pools or whatever blood bulges that come out from the ground, it's clearly trying to show us the imagery that it's ingrained in the planet and it only seeps out in certain areas. And some areas are more vulnerable, others are not. And I think that when it crashed 2,000 years ago, kind of like what I think that Sephiroth's plan in the original game to call Meteor, to make a massive wound, to bring the life stream to heal it, and to him go out the center to heal, to grab it all, and to become a god. I think that's actually Jenova's initial. I think that's what Jenova does. She goes to every planet, crashes it, the life stream, because you know the life stream's on every planet. There's a conscious life stream that's in the entire universe. That's the whole point of their Cerberus is Omega Weapon takes whatever remaining of the life stream and then brings it to a other cosmic life stream, and then they start kind of the whole life cycle again on that planet or that area, that world, whatever. So I think I want to say this almost like as a 99% fact. Like the whole idea that Sephiroth has, it's not his idea. It's Jenova, what Jenova does to every planet she goes to. She crashes into it, tries to destroy it. She manipulates brothers, sisters, husbands, wives. They sacrifice themselves. They end up being turned against each other, killing each other. And then once she's able to control enough, the planet dies out and she sucks it kind of dry. And that's how she sucks the planet dry, takes all the life force from it. Then she's able to move on to the next planet or use that next planet as a vessel to crash into the next planet. And I think that when they froze her at the Northern Crater, they just really, 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 really reduced her overall effect on the world. I'm not sure if the Harbinger itself is now free, because a lot of things when I kind of judge, it's tough for me because I look a lot at the imagery, right? I look a lot at, well, the Harbinger kind of has purple. You kind of see the 3 clones that are Sephiroth not infusions, but are Sephiroth kind of remnants. Kadaj, Laws, and Yazoo, the 3 things that you fight at the end. And it's like, well, what are they trying to say with this? What are they trying to do with this? Is this their version of Advent Children? Is us defeating the Harbinger mean that Sephiroth is now free? Because you kind of see him absorb it all, right? So it's like, but also it's like this is also a mirror image of the meteor scene in OG, where you see all the kind of twisters, right? So I don't know. I don't have a for sure answer on that stuff. So I'm wondering kind of what do you think? What do you think the first kind of
I can tell you're nervous.
Time she took over,
That
like,
obvious,
what that
huh?
meant, like, or when, like,
I'm ready
what
now.
do you think? Yeah, for sure. I really hope we see Cloud go full Dark One. Yeah, that'd be cool. At least until he falls into the live stream. But and I'm curious also too. Like we got the scene right with Tifa in the live stream. Pretty much the 3 memories that Cloud gets when he goes back with her. Well, except for the scene in her room. Oh no, did we get the scene in her room? No, we got the bridge scene. We got the water tower scene. We got 3. What was the 3rd scene? It had to have been her room scene. But yeah, but the thing too that I think the reason why they gave us Tifa in the live stream before, because now it's like whenever she falls in again, it'll be like, oh, she has experience in here. She knows how to get out of here. So it makes her help to Cloud realize his truth, which is, I wanted to get stronger for you. And she's like, for who? For you, Tifa, for you. It's like, come on, for you. And I think that the reveal, like that they're building up, that Cloud was the one who saved her. I think that's going to be a huge reveal. She's going to be crying, guaranteed.
Is it really true that we're on high alert today?
She's going to be crying for sure. Okay, where are we going right now? Man, I wish Nick would have answered if I could skip this whole part and go to the Aerith part, because that was the whole point of the stream, was to get to Aerith's part and get the dresses, but we end up just kind of talking and playing through, which is fine. I don't mind. But I think this is bringing me to the reactor now, and I don't want to do the whole lamp. I'm not doing that. If this is the lamp mission, I'm skipping 100%. I think it is. Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, we're not doing this. We are not doing this. Let's... Okay, these are completed. Rough Waters is completed. Haunted. Okay, that's where we're actually at, where we have to turn all the cheats off. Right now, we're just kind of grinding. For people who are wondering, well, what are you doing? All this started because I beat the game. We were just doing a playthrough, just like a fun playthrough. And what happened was There's the Weiss battle at the end of the game. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll go beat up Weiss. And he whooped my ass. Like, I tried to do the friggin' slide glitch, whatever, with Tifa, and he whooped my ass. So then Nightmare, my buddy Nightmare, who's a sick. If you guys watch like playthroughs and like completionist kind of speed runs, that kind of stuff, Nightmare is the guy's channel to check out 100%. And
Hey, buddy.
what ended up happening?
You okay? Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Made it through with just a couple of
Okay,
scraped
loaded.
knees back then.
Obviously, that's a reference to.
What do you
Scraped
say?
knees is a reference to when he fell.
We doing this? Have we? Never mind about that. Right now, you need to focus on yourself.
So yeah, so Nightmare's telling me about like how to complete this properly and all the ways to get the dresses and the affections and all the scenes that you need. So I need Aerith's scenes. So I need to complete all 5 of her tasks. Then I need to do the progression through to get her scene. And he was saying as long as I do 5 quests, I'll get her affinity up high enough.
Hey, who are you?
I'm your everything.
I am your everything.
Hello in there.
Oh, Cloud. There's still so much to be done.
What's up, Aerith?
Maybe you're not okay.
Aerith's actually adorable.
Ah, he lives. Finally awake, are we?
Like, her and Tifa are just so different.
You're...
Aerith. It's Aerith. And you are?
Cloud.
Nice to meet you again.
Again, huh?
What? You don't remember? What about the flowers?
Oh, the flower girl. And this is...
An old church in the Sector 5 slums. You came crashing through the roof without so much as a look out below.
Look out below.
Fell right into my flower bed. Lucky for you. Like, really.
Sorry, I didn't mean to...
Don't worry about it. They're a lot tougher than they look. This place, it has a kind of power. Before I forget...
It does have a kind of
you dropped
power.
this when you landed.
Thanks.
I've got one too.
You and everybody and their mother.
Not like mine, no. It's special. Mine's not good for anything at all.
Oh! Premonition of the future. And just, I talk about this a little bit in some of my videos. The first person to actually have premonitions of the future, if we look chronologically, is actually Dr. Lucrezia Crescent from Dirge of Cerberus. So we have to remember Dirge of Cerberus, Dr. Lucrezia, before she was pregnant, or while she was pregnant with Sephiroth, happens clearly before these two are even alive. And she has the vision after she's implanted with the Jenova cells that the meteor is coming. She has the vision of the holy materia falling in the water. She has the vision of Sephiroth ripping off the Jenova kind of mask thing from Nibelheim reactor. And what's the third one? I want to say maybe the Nibelheim burning down with Sephiroth kind of walking into the flames. So part of having these premonitions, I know a lot of people argue that it's because of the live stream. I would argue that when Jenova hit the planet and merged kind of with the live stream a bit, those who then have her cells kind of get these future visions that the Setcher would have, because the Setchers are the stewards of the planet. That's why Aerith, people argue, has premonitions of the future, knows the future, because she would be able to commune with the planet. The live stream clearly works through her in the Temple of the Ancients, when they kind of like take over her body and they speak through her voice, right? Because as you can tell, her voice changes. It's not Aerith who's speaking. It's almost like she's been demonically possessed, but in a good, or I don't know if a good or a bad way, but it's clear that the Setcher are the one who are speaking through her when they're speaking their words to Sephiroth / Jenova.
Bet you just don't know how to use it.
Oh, there you go. That's a great point.
I really don't mind.
It could exactly be just that.
Just
It could be
having
proximity
is
to the white
enough.
materia.
It was a gift from my
But
mother.
how would that explain? Because we have to, if that's because what I would use, because what I try to do, Brian, is with any kind of piece of new information, I try to say, well, how does that affect the other stuff? Like, how do we then go back and use that same logic? Because that makes perfect sense. Because even with Marlene, she touches Marlene, and then Marlene tells Zach, you have to kill the guy with the silver hair. He's going to kill her. And when she touches Red, and then Red says, when she touched me, I had visions of a future that could have been, or whatever Red says. But how would we then use, and I know you can't really do that because there's not going to be a real answer, but how do we then use Dr. Lucrezia's visions to move that idea of proximity to the white materia forward? Unless we say Professor Gas was already kind of flirting with Efalna, and we know that Efalna would have had the white materia, and if Professor Gas was with Efalna, then she could have hollered and Dr. Lucrezia get it by secondhand smoke from Professor Gas. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Visions of possible future OG to Cloud. Makes sense in the context of OG Bugenhagen's line about the white materia enabling communication with the planet and the life stream. It does. Yeah, it does. It 100% does. Bugenhagen actually says some very interesting things in... I haven't really had the chance to make any kind of Bugenhagen because I'm like, who's going to watch a Bugenhagen lore
Pretty
video?
crazy, huh?
But Bugenhagen says a lot of cool things when he says that he doubted kind of them when they first arrived, and that now he understands that they were telling the truth about what's going on with the planet. And he says something too about how even when you think you know everything that's about to happen, you can still be surprised, something along those lines. When he tells Nanaki that he's going to change kind of the future. He says a lot of really, really cool things. And I didn't know, somebody told me this, that in the OG, Bugenhagen dies. Now I'm like, I don't remember him dying.
Huh?
It's like a couple hundred years old.
Thanks. And who are you?
He's my bodyguard. And a soldier. Pretty cool, huh?
Huh? A soldier? Ex-soldier. Well, what do you know? You've got the eyes, at least.
You don't mind, do you? Bodyguard work's not too different from Merc stuff, right?
Huh?
I guessed. From the sword. Just do this for me, okay?
I guessed. Liar. But yeah, it's probably true though. She probably did guess.
Fine.
Because you have to imagine, she saw this exact same scene, right? Happened to her 5 years prior.
One date ought to do it.
Same sword, same outfit, same exact place.
You're weird enough to be one.
Same eyes.
What class? First. If you're gonna bullshit me, at least try to make it believable.
Yeah, you might have. We talked about a lot of... Ryan, we talked about so many things. We talked about stuff for like 6-7 hours. So if I did forget, I'm sorry. I do remember this for sure, that you have a view of the collective consciousness, and that you view that the different kind of time zones, timelines could be a consciousness that kind of is all connected, but is working. So I think you gave the example of OG being a book and Remake being a separate book, but the second book of Remake can peer into the first book, kind of saying that there is kind of some elements or some sort of foundation already kind of pre-established. So I do remember a lot of what we talked about, but dude, we talked about a lot of stuff. We talked about Sephiroth. We talked about Sephiroth and Lucrezia with your amazing idea. We talked about what else did we talked about a lot of stuff, dude. The white materia is one, but Jenova cells direct Mako exposure or dip into the life stream directly also may. Yeah. Okay, then there you go. That covers all the bases then.
I'll make this quick.
You better.
Hey, a little help in here, guys? Good old what's-his-face. Only knew
scenes with him, like Kadash. Not Kadash, fighting Lazanuzu. And it's just like such comedic relief because they like suck.
Get ready.
I blocked that. I'm blocking all of those.
Gonna make me work for it, huh? Well, lucky for you, tough guy.
Consummate professional.
Figured this dance of ours could use a spark.
No escape.
Got him.
You've got it all wrong, man. I just wanted to...
Hey, sir! Are you hurt?
I'm fine. Go get the girl.
Sir!
The hell?
Weird. They're not attacking.
Hey, open it up!
Come on.
Over here!
Oh, here.
Through the attic. Maybe we can get out that way.
Right.
Whoa!
Through that hole.
They saved me.
Of course it's
Come on.
This little jab at Cloud. He saved me, but you couldn't. Which you should have said.
I'll go first.
Bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum, bum, bum.
Come on.
Oh. Got the children hand.
Nothing! Up there!
Hey, no shooting! Hey, you okay?
Oh, Brian, by the way, I watched the, I think you were suggesting that I watch Evangelion.
So much as a scratch on her, you're done.
I watched the first episode yesterday.
Sir!
We bring her in.
I could probably get through it pretty quickly. I'm gonna try to watch maybe 10.
Run!
Crash. Got a lot of work to do tomorrow, so I gotta end this maybe after this mission. But maybe when we get back to her place.
Could drop.
But yeah, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch it, man. It was decent. It was obviously a little dated, but it was cool.
Okay.
What's the holdup? I can't get to her!
What? Like this whole part, like in OG is way better, where you have to like hit the barrels down like Donkey Kong,
Run!
and try to knock these guys out.
Stop her! Over there!
Cloud!
Come on, man.
Over here! Thank you.
Let's move.
No problem, baby girl. I'm here for you.
Cloud, give me a hand.
Sure, no problem. You spent all this time in this church and never cleaned it up? I just take care of the flowers.
They're in the attic. Should we pursue?
Leave be.
But sir!
partner's got it. We are out. Beginner's luck.
More of those things.
It's like they're guiding us.
Stay close.
So cool.
Huh.
There.
Need to stay ahead of them.
Prep for exfil.
Or not.
Man, this is where that Angel Griffin was kind of hiding out in Crisis Core. Hey, you!
They gone?
Protect her!
Yeah, think so.
What are they?
I think... Actually, I don't know.
Liar!
Let's just go.
You don't know. Why is she lying to me? It's not the first time Aerith's lied to us.
Okay. Up for crossing the rooftops? See that pillar over there? There's a station right by it. Shall we mosey on over?
Let's.
Mosey on over. Which music do we get here?
So, what's next for you?
A little bit of bodyguard work.
Right.
After that, it's back to the Sector 7 slums.
You know how to get there?
Yep.
Of course you do.
That suit from earlier. He was one of Shinra's Turks. What's a Turk want with you?
Dunno.
Heard they're recruiting.
Don't Turks keep an eye out for potential soldiers and stuff?
That's a
They do
direct
more
reference
than
to
just scout
Before
for
Crisis.
candidates. Turks get called in to handle all kinds of situations, with extreme prejudice.
Professional bad guys. Gotta love them.
Back to my question. So what's he to you? Looked like you knew each other.
Maybe he thought I could be the greatest soldier yet.
Forget it.
You mad?
Yeah, you're being annoying. Just answer the question. It's so jokes, man. She's so adorable.
Careful. Not a lot of room.
Gotcha. Thanks.
I think Aerith wears socks. I just saw her in these boots. But I don't think she's wearing socks. I don't know what the deal with Cloud's cuffed pants either. But they're both wearing Timberlands though. Cloud in the black Tims. Aerith in the all black Gen 2 Tims.
I actually haven't traveled by rooftop before.
Be surprised if you had.
Man,
It's
this music's
honestly
beautiful.
kind of exciting.
Well, first time and all.
Why would you say first time and all? First time traveling on the rooftops. Why would he say that? I'm trying to think, like in Before Crisis, does he do something similar to that? Because Cloud is in Before Crisis. You get to see him as a Shinra trooper. And he does not, he's not very successful in that game at the things that he does. He actually is the one who lets Avalanche get away with the soldier program that they stole from the doctor that he was supposed to protect, but they knocked him out and took the disc. And we also see him... Where else is he in there? We see him at Nibelheim, obviously. He does take the sword of one of the soldiers. They're called Sparrows. Or the Avalanche kind of military service guys. They're called Sparrows.
Give me a moment.
And Shotgun defeats one and he picks up one of their swords. So he always had that like super strength.
Don't just
because he's able
run
to
off
wield
on
it. And
your
she's like,
own.
how does he even lift that thing?
Those the words of a soldier candidate?
So petty.
But rooftops, I'm kind of questioning what does he mean by that, because I know that in Crisis Core we see him first in Modelheim. We don't do any rooftop kind of travel there. We see him in Junon. We don't do any rooftop travel there. Maybe it's just a figure of speech. Yeah, I know my inventory's maxed. Then we see him.
So, does no one live in these buildings?
At the Schindler HQ.
Nope.
Maybe when he was chasing
No
Hollander.
one to get mad if we make noise. Looks kinda rusty.
I'll go first. It's pretty old. Be careful.
Okay.
Easy now.
You worry too much. I'm not some princess who needs to be coddled. Shit.
Alright. You do a chin up, Aerith?
Cloud!
Just kidding. That actually requires so much strength to just hang on by one arm.
Whew.
I could probably do 12 chin ups max.
Thank you, Cloud.
No, I couldn't do it. I used to be able to do one arm
There
chin
it
ups
is.
when I did
The wall.
P90X one summer.
You know, I thought about leaving once, but in the end, I couldn't.
Too dangerous?
Too much. The whole world bursting with life. Maybe more than I can handle, I think sometimes. Even now. People hate the steel sky, the slums, but I don't. How could I? All that passion, all those dreams.
Dreams?
Flowing and blending together into
something greater. Dreams flowing and growing into something greater. A combination of dreams flowing, growing into something better.
This
Wow.
time I'll go first.
I'm trying to figure out what she
After
meant
all,
by that.
I can't count on you to wait.
Sure about this?
See for yourself.
How could I leave Midgar, the steel sky?
Maybe I'll go on ahead and leave you all by your lonesome. Just
Maybe you shouldn't talk.
It has
Then
the
you
dreams and
talk.
hopes of so many people.
tell me a story.
Not for free.
Cheapskate.
Interesting.
Oh,
Very, very interesting.
Gotcha.
you're killing me here.
Man, this song just reminds me of the end. And
Here goes nothing.
I love it, but I don't love it. It's like, ugh. I like Aerith. I think she's a dope character. I think she has a lot of meaning. But I don't think just with Japanese culture that they would take that away. Like, it's very big on sacrifices needed for the greater good. Like,
You good?
at any point, sacrifice yourself to save others. So it's... Yeah, it's just sad, I guess. It's just sad.
My hero.
But she's, like, awesome.
Never
She's
a dull
really,
moment
really
with
cool.
you.
That a compliment?
It is.
Not really.
Ooh, cold, ice cold. Chad.
Thanks anyway.
What a cool answer.
We're getting closer to the station.
I also love
Even
this
so,
song.
We'll probably run into a
Big
few
time.
monsters on the way.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
There's a face that screams so
So
well.
sick.
Scarier things in my sleep.
Like, I love this song. I just really liked everything Final Fantasy VII, to be honest. Like, there's rarely things that I dislike. Like, now that I'm trying to think about it, like, what do I dislike?
Do you?
Compared to you? No. Training grounds, barracks, battlefields. That's the world I know.
You sound proud of that.
Heard his exclamation like he caught her off guard. She was expecting him to like, he was expecting her to like praise him. She's like, that's it? He's like, whoa. Yeah, cruising down the alley, cruising through the valley, and you know I'm with my shorty, and we rolling on the block. Hey.
Stations there.
I can see that.
So sick, man.
Thought the world you knew didn't include stations.
Ha ha.
I can't believe this is happening.
If you would all just please calm down.
Hey, what the hell's going on?
Come on. There's no need to shout.
Popular place.
Yeah, well, it's got a good view of the reactor.
It's on fire!
In a show.
They know that. Don't worry.
Oh, didn't expect to see you here.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, on your way home from the church?
That's right.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. Did any debris hit the church?
Not debris, no.
That's something at least. But you may not be so lucky next time.
Hopefully there is no next time.
Hey, you know a way to get topside other than the train?
Sorry, can't say I do.
Figured as much. Goddamn pain in the ass.
Hey, don't say that word. These guys are ready to go on vacation. Bag is checked.
Gosh, this...
That looks like he's there. It's like who's good?
Wait.
Deck is all clear! Rope's good! Go! Pull him up!
Holla. Gangster. Gangster flex.
Let's go!
I like Rudy. I think he's cool. I was actually contemplating after I saw Advent Children, I was going to get double earrings on one side just because of him.
Another Turk.
I was like,
A
better
real
not.
man on a mission.
On the hunt, more
My
like.
dad was already pissed when I came
For
home.
me?
For
you?
Ears pierced. It was
Don't
like
know.
my 16th birthday.
Don't care.
Then, let's stick to the back streets? Ah. There will be monsters.
Better than Shinra.
Soldiers are monsters.
All the fatty flavor and calories you need to get you through the day.
People say it's like an explosion of flavor beyond your world.
There's a Shinra dump site up ahead. Not the kind of place anyone would ever choose to hang around in.
But a great place to lay low. They've got the run of it.
No telling where they'll come from.
Monsters instinctively target weaker prey.
You'd better watch out then, Cloud.
But that's such a funny thing to say.
That
She's
way is a dead
all
end.
about.
They were doing some construction, but quit halfway.
It's like rockets down here. Yeah, they're building weapons of mass destruction, but stop. I'm really curious too to find out how they're gonna link the whole Elmira, Ethelna, and Sid thing. Like seeing this rocket ship. Well, it's not a rocket ship, but I saw like a rocket. Like what did I see? Like a turbine? I don't know. Like a rocket engine. Like this thing. Whatever that's called. And it made me think of Sid and the whole outer space thing. Like, do you guys think we're gonna be going to outer space and Bahamut Zero and all that's gonna be a thing in the next game? I don't really like how they made Sid. They kind of made him like a goofy guy. No cigarette, no badass. He's probably not gonna swear anything anymore too. Hey, Shara, get your ass out of there! You're ruining my dream. Get them some tea. I bet you all of that's gonna be like cut out to be like
That
super.
didn't work. Maybe it's broken? Pretty sure
guess
this path we're on loops
politically
around
correct.
too, so...
But that's kind of what makes him cool. He's like kind of like the badass guy, the leader of the team.
Wonder if we can move this.
Yeah, he's long gone, eh? Yeah, I know. He was cool, dude. Now we got Cravat. Cravat Butler Sid. Not the best version of him.
Must have been a new breed.
Yeah, and I liked it. And I liked his actually using my party man. His attacks were nasty. I'm trying to figure out who my OG party was. I think I used a lot of Yuffie. Well, at least in Rebirth, man, Yuffie was like super kick-ass, man. Yuffie, Cloud, and Aerith. Aerith's OP, man. Aerith's so OP. Another thing too is then you have Tifa who could just stagger anybody like instantly. So she was also super awesome. I'm not a big Barrett guy. A lot of people really like Barrett. I like the whole Myrna storyline that we get with his backstory and get to see like what happened with Corel. Something they obviously changed at the Corel reactor is that at the Corel reactor in Rebirth, when Red goes to the reactor, he tells us specifically that when we see the weapon kind of do the whale splash, we see Red say, yeah, Holder's been studying the weapons for countless years. It's one of his main kind of research things. But in the original game, when we're at the Northern Crater and Hojo sees kind of the weapons behind the ice wall, well, Rufus sees them first, then Hojo sees them. And Rufus calls Hojo a second-rate scientist.
Well, we did take a detour.
And Hojo's like, oh, the weapons, I didn't know they were real. Which is clearly a change. Also, Hojo doesn't believe in the Promised Land in the first in OG.
How about you?
But he does believe in it in this game.
You're in for a treat when we make it back.
A lot of very important big changes that they've made that's like, okay, this actually matters.
And that's
they said
the
word Highwind
we'll get home quick
is a core
and eat
theme of
ourselves
Part 3.
stupid.
Oh, sick, I like that song. I'm not sure if it's the Highwind song that I like though, or if it's just the world map song. What's the is that Highwind or is that just like the world map opening? Or is it the same song? I think Sid will still have a role in Part 3, but his personality is completely different now. Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure. But I did see that, I don't know if you read the article, that they said they're tired of kind of acquiescing to the West, and that they're going to kind of make things a little bit more, like, not mature, obviously, because they want to sell the game to as many kids and as many people as possible, even teen, but they're going to kind of be a little bit more shrewd,
piece of cake,
to say the least.
That's that. It's over.
Because in the Ultimate and Omega, I bet a lot of people don't really know this, but well, I guess you wouldn't really know it unless you wouldn't look at it, but or read like the commentary from the directors. But in the Ultimate and Omega, when you go on the Highwind, the date scene that you get with Tifa was actually supposed to be in the Chocobo farm pit on the Highwind, and they were going to make a scene that has Tifa walking out of the Chocobo kind of area, the farm pit, fixing her hair, and then after Cloud walking out after her. And I'm not making that up. That's in the, I believe it's in the Ultimate Omega. If you look at the director's cuts, like the scenes that we couldn't put in the game or whatever, it's hilarious. When I was like, oh my gosh, this is so funny. Like, people would have hated to see that. Well, not everybody kids.
I wish I could sleep.
Would have definitely made it more adult vibes for sure.
That wasn't so bad.
I think they should have added it, if I'm being honest. I think would have put an end to the whole discussion of does Cloud love Tifa? It's like, duh, that's the whole story. I also didn't like, after I played Crisis Core, I was sitting over here. Oh, to unlock the door. From Crisis Core, I didn't like how like Zack's last dying wish is, you see that girl say hi for me, and then Cloud saying Zack's his best friend.
That door that was stuck. Maybe
like,
it opens from this side?
Doesn't say hi to Aerith for Zack. I know he doesn't miss him. He doesn't remember him. But we do see Cloud remember Zack at the Nibelheim Manor because he remembers him being in in the inn with him, because he spent 7 days with Zack in the inn. Because Sephiroth, this is a piece of lore that often doesn't get too much explored, but when Sephiroth is in the Nibelheim Manor, reading all the books and all that stuff, Cloud, after he gets attacked by the Jenova copy at Nibelheim, I guess knocked out, and Tifa helps bring him to the house, or the inn. What happens after that is it says Sephiroth spent 7 days and 7 nights in the manor, and then that's when Zack kind of goes out to see him, and then he sees that the village is all burnt down and stuff. So you have to imagine, like, Cloud sent an email to Zack saying, hey, can you, do you want to come to dinner with me and my mom? She would love to kind of meet you. And he's like, I'm a little nervous of going alone.
Nice work.
Obviously, because he's a bear, said he didn't reach all the goals that he said he was going to reach, right? So there's going to be a soldier, comes back just as an infantryman, trooper.
Yes, we're home free.
No need for thanks.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure, obviously. Imagine you're a kid who leaves to the big city, come back the same kind of boy who left. Even though she says, oh, you've gotten stronger, oh, you've gotten bigger. Like, obviously your mom's going to be your mom, right? But, it's okay. But he's clearly embarrassed. If you're a dude, you know kind of what it's like, or maybe you do, you don't know what it's like. Just tell people, oh yeah, I'm going to make a change in my life. I'm going to quit drinking, or I'm going to quit smoking, or I'm going to learn a new skill, or I'm going to go to this university, and when I come back, I'm going to be a big shot. And then you fail. I'm going to lose 30 pounds, and then you gain 20. You know what I mean?
Should be able to
I'm sure
relax
everybody knows what it's like to kind of tell people your dreams and aspirations and not to reach them. And you get that feeling of, it's a big hit to your ego, for sure. Your pride. So just imagine how Cloud feels. He's been on for like a couple years, 2 years, I think. And it's like, yeah, 2 years, because he says 5 when he saw Tifa, and she says 7 years, I think. So there's 2 years in between. Because he was in the coma, whatever, for 4 or 5 years. Gotta get the math right.
What are they watching?
Hey!
Okay, this is what I want to say. Let's say this.
Shit, that wrench! It's priceless!
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be a wrap for today. We made it here. We're going to pick up what we have to do next and ending kind of the whole drive to get this platinum. Started off as just trying to beat Weiss, ended up being how do we get platinum. So we have to do some Coliseum missions, just one. I think in chapter 14 some more open up. Enemy intel collected, got 2 pieces of that. Manuscripts, gonna have to collect those once we go through the hard mode. But the main thing I want to see now, or that I want to make sure I get now, is the Tifa dress, the Aerith dress, and the resolution with Aerith that I do not have. So I have to get 5 quests done for Aerith in this chapter next time we do a playthrough, and then I have to make sure that I don't piss her off so that she comes to the resolution scene, because I already have Tifa's and I already have Barrett's. So then we got to do the enemy skill learned, so I got to find those 2 enemies that I'm not sure which one I need. I'll have to Google that, and or look at the remake Ultimania, and then I have to assess pretty much way more enemies that I'm actually doing now. 52 out of 115, which means I missed about half of them. So thanks so much for tuning in, guys. If you don't mind, give the stream a like, subscribe. Make sure that you tell all your friends that you met a Looney Toony guy who has a theory about the Sephiroth redemption arc on YouTube called Fungi Film Reviews, and that they want to argue or talk with somebody or let their ideas be heard. This is the #1 spot. And as always, I'll end this with, wow, that was a lot of talking. I'll end this with, if you disagree with anything, let's always, as usual, friends, argue about it in the comments. Peace and love. I appreciate everybody coming out. Thanks again, guys. I'll be on likely again tomorrow. Crossing my fingers, okay? Take care. Have a good night.